morning, everybody, or evening, or in the middle of the night, as it is in Australia. I'm the Astonishing Melanie. This is the Uncanny Omar, and together we are Omni. Hey, Kevin, thank you so much for starting us off with a super sticker. You are a super friend. And Mike Irish, here's a sip of my coffee for you. There you go. There you go.
Yeah, how's it going, everybody? Thank you for joining us for the Saturday live stream. This is where we talk about comic book related stuff. You all have questions, I have answers, and whatever answers I don't have, I leave it to Melanie to answer. Between the both of us,
No.
and David Gabriel, we know everything. Kidding. How? Thank you so much for being here, everybody. It's always a pleasure having you all join us every Saturday. Even if you can't make it every Saturday, we're catching us later on the replay, whatever it is.
Juggernaut son, you got some sun.
I did get some sun.
Did.
I took my daughter to her 5th grade trip to Washington, D.C. So I was gone all week. Played it cool though, right? You all didn't know any better except for Friday's video. We're at the film in the hotel room. I was like, oh wow, this is.
And at least he took the picture for the thumbnail.
She did. She helped me. Her and her friends were quiet the whole time. And then I did have to edit some because, you know, they're little girls. They're going to be loud. I'm like, hey, I'm almost done. I promise I'm almost done. I'm rushing through this. I made one mistake, and that was the content of the Golden Age Batman.
Streaming from? Oh, well, that's pretty good. I mean, you're in the hotel after
honestly just
4 days already of walking around Washington, D.C.
It was exhausting. It was exhausting to, you know, all day with the kids. It was a lot. I have a big feeling that your big announcement is Civil War Omnibus.
Wow, man, already with the guesses of the big announcement.
Yep. I will say that I can't give any hints, and that has been already sent over to the legal department. So, and anybody can guess. I'm just going to answer the same way. Maybe.
Yeah, great t-shirts. And we're missing your minds because at least... well, it's the opposite order, right, for you all.
Yeah, right.
I need the mouse.
Hola, Omar and Melanie. Morning, Mike quarter Irish. He found out through a legacy check.
Omar's poker
face. Dude, but honestly, if you think about it, I've been asked questions like this for a couple of years now, so poker face it's been. And throwing people off. And of course, you know, you're going to have people that have in their head figured it out. I know what it is. And then they're going to be so disappointed when it's not Slapstick, the complete collection. Or whatever it is that they have it built up in their head, right?
Oh, awesome. Brave the boys who have a channel going to DC for the first time this summer and going to meet Jess. Awesome.
Oh, yeah, man. Jess is good people. Jess, Omni Dog, for people that don't know, he came out and joined my daughter and I for lunch. And we walked around and we went to a comic book store. And it's just good hanging out with my buddy. You know, I don't see him often enough because we live in separate states. Yeah.
How long does it take for you to admire the artwork and read a DC or Marvel novel while reading? I don't know why my brain is wired like this, but I notice the artwork more when I'm doing it. Like I'm looking at it through a camera lens. I'm like, oh wow, this is really nice. I notice things I didn't notice before, but I don't know why. Why do I have to look through a camera to notice it? What about you?
Is it Psylocke in a bikini? A long time to appreciate it. Depending on the artist. You know, there's minimal art and there's art that just gets you by. And then there's, holy crud, this story is awful, but this artwork is amazing. Oh, yes. So sometimes it depends on the mood, right? If I'm enjoying the story, I don't have the time to sit there and admire every panel. I go back and later on. But if I'm deep into the story, it's a page turner. I want to know the mystery. I want to know the solution. I want to know who did it or whatever the mystery might be. I don't have time to sit there and admire every panel. But if the story is usually stupid and dull, I find myself going, that's a pretty picture at least.
Well, Chris Balga is saying,
what's up, buddy?
Glad to see you survived.
Unscathed.
And what can influence you more in liking or not liking a story, the writing or the art?
Oh,
writing.
It's a good follow-up question. Yeah, that is the question, right? Because this is a wonderful medium where it's a amalgam of everything, right? Colors and pencils, inks, lettering, and story, dialogue. So I think for me, the older I get, the more I've learned to appreciate more and more the story. Right when I was younger, in my teens, all I ever wanted to do was be a comic book artist because I was like, this is the rock star life that I want for me. Then I saw the Image guys come out and build their own successful just empire and millionaire, like Rob Liefeld, a millionaire overnight. I was like, that's what I'm talking about, man. It's about the art. And even back then, I'm like, Youngblood sucks. Like, like most of these Image comics are not for me. But I love the art, and I saw that people followed artists. The older I got, the more I learned to appreciate the writing. So
when
much
is
more.
the announcement? You still don't know yet.
I-
It has to pass legal, right?
Okay, yeah. Let me answer just in case,
I'm sorry.
and I don't want anybody lead anybody astray, and you don't know.
Honestly, yeah.
She doesn't know. So it's right now in the process of legal approving it, and it has to be a specific day that it's decided on because it coincides with something else that's in the works. So
Is it an amalgam of everything? Is that a hint?
maybe.
Hey, Taylor.
How are you, brother?
Comics?
This is our guy that does our social media. So whenever you hit us up on social media, 99% of the time you're talking to Taylor, who is a super knowledgeable guy too.
Thank you.
So a big thank you to him.
And Mike Quarter Irish, thank you for the super chat.
Thank you, brother.
I never finished reading DK2 since it was so terrible. Is
Yes.
DK Master Race worth reading, and do I need to finish DK2?
I'm one of these guys that will finish a story no matter how horrible it is. And DK2, you're talking about Dark Knight Strikes Again, right? Oh yeah, that was pretty awful. DK3 was a little bit better, and that's mainly due to the art by Andy Kubert. And yeah, the story itself is just a little bit better than DK. I think it's weird, right? Because in my head, I'm like, okay, we got Frank Miller back. They paid him $1 million to come back to do the story. This is gonna blow our brains.
$1 million?
Yeah, it was insane. It was unheard of at the time how much they paid a comic book creator to come back. I mean, you're talking about Frank Miller, though. That's the guy that.
Oh yeah, I get it.
I don't know how much offers they've offered anybody else since then, but yeah. Oh wow, that was not what I was expecting for a follow-up.
Next week on Saturday.
Yes, we will be.
It'll be. It's gonna be live.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So 9 a.m. Eastern time, like what time we're on right now. We're going to be on Omnibus channel,
Aussieverse,
talking with him. So
that's at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on our time, and their Australian time, which I cannot remember.
Greetings from Halifax, Nova Scotia, Canada, as always. Did you ever get my email with the pictures of the patches?
I did. I haven't had a chance to go through all the emails. I've got to catch up today, but yes, I did get. I saw the patches, man.
What is the worst story with the best artwork in your opinion? Since we're on the subject,
the absolute worst. Oh my gosh, there's so many. I mean, there are really bad stories that I've read that I thought, well, at least the art. Like, I'll be honest with you. To me, The Trial of Gambit is one of the worst X-Men retcons I've ever read. Not true to the character, not true to the history of X-Men. A slap to the face to fans of this particular character. It was just stupid. Eric the Red shows up for what? Eric the Red?
What the?
Like, yeah, I was about to go off. But anyway, that's a good one because it's got beautiful artwork by Joe Madureira. Sorry, Joe Mad.
All right. I got to take a picture of the time. It is 11:09, so I can find where I am announcing Students of the Week. So I can show this in my classroom on Monday. So for the students, my daughter saved pictures. There we go. For my students who were doing great last week and earned extra credit, prizes, other things, we've got second period, Bryce. Thank you for always doing your work. And in third period, Kyle, you wrote a terrific vignette. It was poetic. And in fourth period, Haley, because you went back to add to your free writing to do your best. And I really appreciate that. Be proud of yourself. And Myra in fifth period, not only doing her work, but just being genuinely nice and kind by saying thank you. You don't know how much that means to me. Well, I guess you do now. And Jocelyn is sixth period, because every day when she was talking, half of it was about the schoolwork. So good job.
Good job, kids. Stay in school. Read some comics. I've heard about that. I don't think he would tell everybody what his deal is with Marvel. So Chris Claremont has this
Thank you.
contract with Marvel that he's not allowed to write for competitors. And he's one of the few creators that still gets paid for not writing comics, which is weird to say. Even when he's not writing something, he's still like some kind of advisor or something. I don't know the details of it, nor does he share or have to share what that is. But it is very, very unique, very unique in a industry where we have creators like Peter David who have to take to crowd funds, and the unfortunate. Now it's like liver disease. He's got a lot of issues going on. Reminds me a lot of my dad. My dad's in the hospital right now. He's been in the hospital since Tuesday. And that stuff gets expensive if you don't have insurance. And poor Peter David is having now to go back to the GoFundMe to pay for his hospital stays and visits and treatments. And so it's rare to see in an industry like that Chris Claremont got some kind of deal. So yeah.
What's your opinion on Brian Bolland's Wonder Woman?
Beautiful. I wish he had drawn the inside of it. He did a lot of covers. Obviously, I mean, I'm not the only one. They made a statue of one of his iconic covers during William Messner Loeb's run. Thanks, guys. Yeah, I hope he is too. Right now, they're just trying to stabilize his liver levels. So we'll see. Or kidney functions. I'm sorry.
I hope that you're all doing well. I'm certainly doing well. This is from Joey. I have a couple of weeks left for my college semester for the spring. Other than that, take care. You all are amazing and gifted. Thank you. And
Thank you, buddy.
Man, yeah, in college when it would end earlier than secondary education and elementary school, and it was nice.
Thank you, Hannah. You're so sweet.
Let's see. Finally pulled the pin on Cynthia and Sarah also. I like Sarah.
If I don't like him,
I blame you, Omar. He got me wrong one day.
I mean that's a Garth Ennis and Jeff Lemire, right? I thought they were both excellent books.
Buck Holiday.
Big announcement is about your official Marvel employee. Maybe one day.
I don't get why Marvel doesn't give. Oh wait.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe this is what we already clicked on. Give Claremont an ongoing series, right? If they still pay him, unless it's his choice, of course.
Probably sales. Probably, lack of interest in things that he's writing. I have no idea the sales of Gambit, but that's a prime example, right? Maybe they're like, well, if Gambit sold well enough, maybe he could have his own ongoing Gambit series instead of a mini series. But I haven't heard any announcement or follow-up to that series. I thought it was a unique, it's kind of like X-Men Legends. It took place in the past.
Hey, Omar, do you guys still watch Turd classic movies? No, I didn't. But my mom did when I was a kid, so I saw some. All month long, they're showing Warner Brother Films as part of the studio's 100th anniversary. Well, so thank you for letting everybody know. I was wondering if there are any plans to collect the TMNT Mirage Volume 2. The Ultimate Collection has all Volume 1. As far as I know, only ever been collected in the old out-of-print color classics.
The TMNT stuff right now is that's a legal nightmare because they can't even reprint all of the old Mirage Studio books because that's some deal with the creators that worked on the issues that Eastman and Laird didn't work on, where they got to keep the rights to those stories, so they can't put them in the second compendium, the second oversized hardcover that's coming out later this year. Nor have they been collected in some of the Ultimate Editions, which is just so freaking weird. But I don't know. I got Savage Avengers Omnibus this week. It's so amazing, and I'm kind of sad there's not enough material for a second. Not enough, but there is a trade paperback. I hope we will get at least an OHC. Yeah, I dug that series. I mean, honestly, that's a Conan series. It's not an Avengers book.
Do you know if Nightwing Volume 3, The Battle for Bloodhaven's Heart, will collect 92 through 97?
Not off the top of my head. I would.
There's one thing you don't know.
Here's Volume 2. There's Fear State and then Volume 2. Well, maybe it does. Maybe it does do that. What's up, man? How are you doing, Max?
What are your thoughts on Robert Kirkman? What do you consider his best work?
Invincible. That's my favorite thing he wrote. He's okay. I did not enjoy any of his Marvel work. I'm not a fan of Marvel Zombies. I'm not a fan of his Jubilee miniseries. I wasn't a fan of his Marvel team-up book. He wrote Ultimate X-Men. Not that title was to me good to begin with, but it was just wow, way to take something that was something, in my opinion, that was subpar and just go way down with it. So yeah, Invincible is good. Walking Dead, I think to me is okay. Never really dug it. Firepower is okay, although people seem to think that it's like one of the best things he's written. And I read the first hardcover, and yeah, it's like reading Iron Fist, but with cool anime stuff in it. Astonishing Wolfman was trying to think what else. Outlast, was that what he wrote? And then Amanda, I read. What's the one with the different worlds where the two brothers are going through, or one brother's looking? Oh, gosh, yeah, that's how memorable that was. Outpost? No, Outpost is different.
Well,
Sorry.
the mapping of the epics, are they the same on
No.
X-Men Omnis?
No, they are not. They're better. Dang it. I hate saying that. They are better. Fun fact, missed you guys. Just saying
Hey,
hi.
Kyle.
How are you, brother?
Hope we are both well. Love the shirts. Thank you. It is good to see you, Kyle. And Novarg said, good afternoon, Minty.
What's up, Novarg?
Did you fix your Bitterroot Omni as well?
I never did do that. I should have. I filmed that video before I got the Bitterroot book. That video was filmed like 2 months ago, I think, maybe 3 months ago.
Taylor is saying that you could put those issues in the TMNT.
Yeah, but then they would have to pay
the
them.
Creators, but then it'd likely be like $200 cover price.
Absolutely, and that's why like you have Dave Sim. Like Dave Sim right now is doing the Kickstarter for his single issue in deluxe edition format. So it's weird things like that you might see. Like then you're just like, what's the point of a collection if you still got to go out and buy a deluxe edition hardcover of somebody else's take on Ninja Turtles? Yeah, it's a whole nightmare. Battle Pope. I forgot about Battle Pope. He was doing that when he was still living here in Kentucky.
Did you guys hear about the new Moon Knight miniseries?
Yes. With the Scarab, like the character from the TV show, like taking that character from the TV show.
Thank you for your time and content.
Oh.
I read the first arc of Cable Deadpool and was meh. I'm on the fence about the Omni. Sell me on it. I'm currently reading it. And I realized the other day, like part of me wants to binge read because I like the characters.
Mm-hmm.
But after a couple of issues in the second arc, no, I'm already not the second arc. I'm just kind of like, I'm starting to skim and I don't want to do that. It kind of like stresses me out. Not that I feel guilty. It's just difficult to read when you're skimming. But anywho, so I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
For Omni,
that was your pitch? That was your pitch?
Just being honest that I'm enjoying it, but I don't think, I'm going to binge read it. There you go.
It's my favorite Deadpool story. It's my favorite Deadpool story arc, and I really like the idea of teaming him up, with this bosom buddies kind of story with Cable. It's two characters that can't stand each other, and they balance out the serious and sometimes emotional part of the story with the stupid, goofy, but not yet quite over the top Looney Tunes type of humor that comes later with Deadpool. But that's the thing.
It does?
Yes, absolutely. Oh my gosh, there's some writers that did not understand how to write that character, so they just made him wacky. So
yeah, I like how there's it mentions Fabian Nicieza has Deadpool mentioned things of self-deprecation.
Oh, absolutely,
like why he is the way he is, and
if you're not digging it, that first arc, it does set the tone of the rest of the series. It's like that throughout. So if you're not digging those first 6 issues, it might not be for you. But that's the tone of for the rest of the series. There are things that were forced into crossovers, like what was it, Civil War and House of M.
Oh, but
they're kind of ridiculous and fun of. Yes,
like he was talking about Wolverine.
My favorite is it's the Civil War crossover where Deadpool's holding up his eyes, says Mark Miller licks goats. Makes no sense, but it's very self-aware and knows what it is, and it's at times it can be goofy fun, and that's what you need. And it made me laugh a lot. So yeah, but if I'm serious, if you're not digging those first 6 issues,
the random things that
may not be for you, because I think sometimes people expect Deadpool to be a certain way, and I think that probably comes in later runs too, after Joe Kelly's run and then this. because then we had Daniel Way and then Jerry Duggan and what's his name, Potion, right, the comedian. So they've taken Deadpool in all different directions.
Mike Core Irish, thank you for the super chat. Would you agree that Daredevil has not had a bad creative team since the mid 90s?
Yes, I agree. Yeah, it's unfair that Daredevil has had this just amazing streak of creators come in, and I don't know who the editors, because I mean they're different editors at the time.
I saw your comment, Shashi. Thank you.
They're different editors working on the book at different times, so I can't imagine just being one editor going, "We need the next top writer."
Over the Top had action figures also. Over the Top, like, is that a story?
Over the Top is the Stallone movie with about arm wrestling.
Well, then what's the best Deadpool run that's similar to Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool?
I would have to go with Daniel Way's kind of run. If you like, that if you liked it, absolutely. I think Daniel Way or even a little bit of Duggan's run is like that. Now, Daniel Way's more. Hey,
Ipsy.
No. But keep in mind, Shadowland was overshadowed by the bad tie-ins. Shadowland, the event itself was so good.
Right after another. I even like Shadowland.
Yes, even Shadowland, you jerk.
I don't think you were responding. I think you.
Yeah, right.
It just happened.
No. But seriously, I think Shadowland just gets thrown in like, oh, this is a horrible event. But the actual miniseries was solid, and Andy Diggle's run on Daredevil was, I thought, really cool with what he was given. The only book, by the way, I wish I don't even know how this would work. The only book that's missing from being collected in oversized hardcover format since the days of Joe Quesada. Actually, there's a couple of other stories. Sorry, my bad. But one of them is the Man Without Fear miniseries, not the Frank Miller one, but later on, like the restoration stuff. And Joe Kelly's run too, in a way, but not as ridiculous as Ryan Reynolds gets, though. Oh, dang it! What is that? Because you have the first appearance of Echo. That's never.
Thank you so much for the super chat. You get Dazzler.
Yeah, you have the Echo storyline that's never been collected in oversized format. That was the Joe Quesada and David Mack story, so it's not in the Bendis Omnibus. And surprisingly, Daredevil Ninja's never been collected in omnibus format, and that's part of the Bendis era.
Oh, here's another request for Ramby Detective Comics.
Well, there you go. Now you got a job to do. Go review. Go read right now.
Do you own it? Oh. You're like, I don't know. I really like the Miller DD Omni. Is there anything else out there with more of the hand ninjas electro tone?
Wolverine, which I assume you've already read based on your avatar. No, the hand pretty much sticks to Daredevil. But I will say, if you've not read, yes, the Bob Gale stuff hasn't. There is a trade paperback of that stuff, though. What is it? The Ins and Outs or something ridiculous like that is what it's called, because Marvel knew that it was left out. Okay. If you dig that stuff that you were just talking about, the hand and all the mysticism and all that, go and read The Punisher. The new Jason Aaron Punisher series is freaking awesome. That's all I will say. Buenos días, Omar y Melanie. ¿Cómo estás, hermano?
Question from up here.
No, did you get TNT's question right underneath her super sticker?
Oh, okay, I will. What was the Final Fantasy book on display before the live show?
It's not a book. It's the collection of the video games 1 through 6. They just that was available through the Square Enix store, and it's limited edition. It comes with a vinyl. It comes with like pixelated figures, and I love that era of Final Fantasy. That's kind of where I stopped playing Final Fantasy with number 6, because yeah, that's just my age.
Ooh, you could put your figures up there. And really quick, the book binding repair glue you suggested in a recent video, is it good for long-term repairs?
I mean, I haven't had an issue with my Captain America. Since, I mean, it might need it again. I don't know. But I haven't had an issue with my Captain America since I did it a couple of years. 5 years ago?
TNT, I'm sorry. I thought it was a super sticker because on our end, we can't see the sticker. It's just blank. It's just blue. And the text wasn't with it. So here's Dazzler again for Elise as well. Hey, Omar, do you think the new Nightfall Omnibus reprint coming later this year might get a different design to it, especially on the spine? I don't like that spine. Bang. Oh, I get it.
I don't think so, just based on their previous reprints. Every one of their reprints have had the same design on them. Gotham Central, Nightwing, and Wonder Woman by Perez, Teen Titans by Perez. Yeah, every one of them have had the same exact layout. And so I feel like they just sent the scan or the scans to the printers. They're like, hey, do this again. That's all they're doing. Final Fantasy VI is the best one. Oh my gosh, yes, Carlos Diaz. Yes, all day, every day, Final Fantasy.
Chris
3.
Like, you got that? It was not cheap.
No, it was not cheap.
Jack Ferry, thank you for
Viva
the
Peru,
super chat.
carajo! Muchas gracias, hermano.
There we go.
And yes, at this moment, smash that like button, you all awesome people. Thank you, Rahul, for reminding people of that. Super Laugh Hard. Yeah, I got this book from the folks at Rebellion. Sent me this. I'll be doing an overview of it hopefully this week.
Let me hide the comment. There you go.
Super Laugh Hard was asking about this book. This is the Apex edition, which is their gallery edition of McMahon, I think is how you say his name. So it's pretty much the art edition.
Super Laugh Hard. Somebody else at the beginning was saying like, "Wow, that's so much more bigger than Omni. It makes
it's a huge book. Yeah, it's a huge book. But most of those are though. Most of the artist editions are huge. What does a normal Saturday look like for you guys after the Q&A?
Upstairs.
Melanie goes,
eat some lunch. I'm tired.
She puts her head down.
I don't go. Not loud. I just go.
I usually go, that was fun and rejuvenating. I had a lot of fun. And then
dude, how you gonna throw me under the bus? It sounds like I'm not enjoying myself.
No, it's just that you're like a balloon.
Like, yeah,
okay, like a helium
balloon.
And then the balloon goes one day. That's the you
go up
you de-balloon. You de-balloon after
I want to play Resident Evil remake. Yeah. Chris, Hollywood Chris is coming to visit from California.
I like to go and see my dad.
It's usually hanging out with friends.
Yeah. I like to go and see my dad because I haven't seen him since he's been in the hospital on Tuesday because I was out of town. So I like to go and see him and talk to the doctors to see what's going on. So, but usually it's mowing the lawn, doing stuff around the house, getting together with friends, and yeah, I like my Saturdays. Happy Saturday! Thank you, Jason Kinney, for the super chat. Happy Saturday, guys. Very happy to see the JMD Spider-Man run make it to the top 5 in the secret ballot request. Hope someone is listening. 9 out of my 10 votes made it. No love for G.I. Joe. Yeah, G.I. Joe made it. Transformers made it in the past. It's always fun to see the list just shift, right? I think ROM made it. ROM's made it 3 years. Micronauts was in there before a couple of years. G.I. Joe was in there. Shogun Warriors, I remember showing up one day as a deluxe edition. That was a few years back. But I think so many more people have now taken an interest in like, oh, I would like this collected in omnibus format. Thank you, brother. Thank you all. That now that list has shifted, right? And you can tell by the popularity of some of these books, how it has shifted.
Josh was talking about how
thank you for that, thumbs up.
It is making a spine.
What's that?
Josh was talking about how difficult it was making a spine. Where's your third? Ugh. Okay, talking to myself. Josh was talking about how difficult it is. Let me show it to the specs for a spine. Josh, where are you? There we go. I'm going to sound like the company man, but doing spines take a lot of work. You have to have an exact size. Speaking of which, Josh now has his collection printed, the comic that he's done, Bang the Ballad of a Tiger. And Josh, I uploaded 3 pictures. Where's the third one? God bless America. I help edit this and I love the artwork. And it's such a goofy, great story, you guys. I mean, the quote on the back, I love your art, your style, but it does offend me at times. Mom, 2022. And then look at the bottom. It will forever be, at least this printing, $15 because it says so at the bottom. So how can you get your hands on, and Josh, you can put in the comments, because I can't remember how many issues are included. How can you get your hands on it? Well, he's a small company, so you email him, Josh_Greathouse at yahoo.com.
Yahoo.
That's Josh_Greathouse at yahoo.com.
He's been on the show before, and if you want to check out what his art looks like, he's a wonderful artist that I'm so glad to see something just got printed by him.
Okay,
So that's
where is
great.
it? Where is it? Come on, Josh. All right, let me get this super chat, and then I'll look for Josh's comment. Okay. Happy Saturday.
Thank
Omar,
you.
what is
Stop.
a good
Let's team up for the super chat.
What is a good cable Omni or hardcover you recommend? I have only read a little of his stuff when Lantern drew it, and he was in Uncanny Avengers.
Ladron.
Oh, okay.
I really enjoy his 2-issue miniseries, what was it? Blood and Glory? Guts and Glory. Maybe it was just Blood and Metal, something like that. Fabian Isis and John Romita Jr. I actually like the way John Romita Jr. drew him. And the big, freaking, super muscular old man. Soldier X is really different. It's a different take on Cable. And that's available in hardcover format. So that one, you don't need to have read anything. It doesn't really have a lot of ties to the X universe, so it's kind of easy and standalone-ish. Honestly, kind of like the Ladron era with Merryweather and ties into the Moira stuff. But yeah, that's what I would suggest. The Soldier X, there's been an oversized hardcover. It's called Cable Soldier X. And that one's out of print, but it's, I think, as of this video, it's not that much.
Blood and Metal.
Blood and Metal, that's what it's called. Yeah. That was a 2-issue miniseries by Fabian. That's collected in the first, I believe it's the first, the X-Force Omnibus.
So Josh said Volume 1 is the first 4 chapters, and you can check it out for free, which is terrific, by clicking on the link there in the chat.
There you go.
Apparently Yahoo is Captain Bucky in the Golden Age.
Yes, that was Yahoo. There was somebody else I told you to. Did you star him?
Oh, no.
Oh
no. He's above the super chat.
Brother.
There you go. Go
okay.
up. There you go.
This is from Jonathan. Hi, Omar and Melanie. I've been watching silently your channel for the past 3 years. Thank you for everything you do. And thank you.
Thank you.
To all our silent watchers, all you people that watch without saying a word, y'all are wonderful. There was somebody that said that they've been watching my show for a few years and watches it on his TV. But when I interviewed Mike Grell, he was like, I just had to go on my computer and leave a comment. So thank you all for that. Thank you to Screen Rant, too, for sharing my video with my interview with Jim Starlin. Not only Screen Rant, but comicbook.com. And can't remember. Josh sent me some of the people that had shared my video. So that was really nice.
And I'm highlighting Josh's comment because this just shows how great a story it is. That he emailed 24 YouTube channels, and I was the person that responded back because I was like, oh, I like this. And I just couldn't help myself. I was like, okay, let me help you. You need a comma here, and da-da-da-da-da, and this word. And because it's such a good story.
Silently watching.
Waiting. Silent people are the most dangerous.
That's what I've heard.
Wait. Bar only said good morning and left. Does that mean Bar, you can trust Bar? She's not dangerous. Looking for some good DC or Marvel Omni recommendations. Just finished Spider-Man versus Venom Omni. Yeah, you did.
Did you like it? If you liked it, then you can go with Ven Omnibus, or you can go with Spider-Man by Michelini and Todd McFarlane Omnibus. Those are the suggestions I have if you like that era of Spidey. I actually have a top 10 video. I'm going to redo this because there's just so many books that are out now. And that was 3 years ago when I made that video of like top 10 Marvel Omnis for readers, top 10 DC. Some of those are still, and some of those are still relevant because they're back to print. So that was wonderful. So,
wait, that makes me think of, we're back on TikTok. TikTok Tina is taking over filming and then putting up the videos, and because I don't get TikTok.
Yep.
So if you're on TikTok, check us out, and every once in a while it'll be a short on YouTube as well. We need to get on that.
We need to go.
Omar, is there a Devin Grayson run or story you like?
Yeah.
A story from her Teen Titans run or the JLA Titans mini with connecting covers by Jimenez?
I actually like that miniseries, but I liked her Black Widow. I thought her Black Widow was great.
I know it.
Her Nightwing was horrible, though. But I really liked Black Widow. I thought it was good. So I'm not saying she's a horrible writer. Sometimes I just think some writers don't fit the characters or what the editors want. And it's happened to great writers, too. Jeff Lemire. Extraordinary X-Men. No, thank you. Old Man Wolverine, Old Man Logan by Lemire was pretty solid, but his Extraordinary X-Men?
I want Old Man Logan yells at clouds. So Parker, that was his second omnibus. First was Batman, Snyder, and Capullo. And then that one I really enjoyed.
Go get Gotham Central. It's still in print. It is amazing.
Oh my! But keep in mind, Did you already say Gotham Central is focused on the police?
Yeah, it's less Batman, less superheroes, more about the police work.
I really want to read a Dr. Fate run. Is there a collection or Omni for that character or not?
Though the only one I can think of right now, as far as Omnis, definitely get the JSA stuff by Jeff Johns.
Oh yeah, Yahoo! Also shared that Starlet video.
Yahoo!
Also the email domain from which one might find Josh's Bang, the Ballad of the Tiger.
I didn't know people still use Yahoo. That's awesome. But wonderful.
You got any of them there manga videos coming out soon?
I do. I have a manga haul video coming out. It's been too long.
Right.
So I may put that out there tomorrow.
Hi friends. Hi Omar, Melanie. Hi.
Hey, Oxmeat Pete. How are you doing, brother?
Jinx. The Wheeze is asking, are the new Teen Titan Omnis coming back into print?
I don't know. I haven't seen any of them actually make it to the catalog besides the first one. But then again, there are things that pop into the solicitations that haven't made it into the catalog yet. Like, I didn't know about Absolute Watchmen coming back to print. I mean, I think we all knew because it's just one of those things that stays in print forever. The next reading order is part 2 of the Transformers, and I'm currently working on that. Somebody was asking about my Wolverine. Did I ever find my books? Nope, can't find my Wolverine Greg Rucka box, so I don't know where the heck my books are.
Maybe it's in there.
I don't want to even do it.
I'm packing my books move right now. Oh. Look at them, Z. Thanks for carrying my board. And man, it's hassle packing Omnis. Manga is a lot easier, thankfully. Oh, yeah.
We're going to start this.
The girls
manga,
were in charge of
manga versus comics again.
And then it was like Tetris, like, okay, if you put them this away, we could fit all the one series in here and not split it up.
The Darth Vader Omni's still in print. I believe the Gillen one is out of print, but Charles Soule's coming back to print.
Any more creator interviews soon, or did you already publish all of them from the con?
No, they're already published. I want to. Like, I'm gonna start reaching out again and get some people back on here.
Well, you probably did see the Chip Zdarsky interview that we did a couple weeks ago, and that was a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I would love a collection of the Marvel RoboCop run by Alan Grant.
Why'd you whisper that?
I don't know. Why are you caring?
Because the microphone, people are going to be like turning up their sound.
What?
Hi, Omar and Melanie. Now the new Marvel Omnibus and reprint announcements are into early 2024. Can we expect any more announcements over the next month? Or will we have to wait patiently? Oh, no, they're coming. They're coming. Got more. Hey, Joe, how are you, buddy?
An Ostrander Mandrake Spectre Omnibus? I figure that's more likely than getting the trade line to continue.
Yeah, they didn't even finish the trades of that. I found 2 custom Omnis a few years back because I just didn't have any faith that was ever going to come out. We've had one Spectre Omnibus, and it's the classic Spectre, but I don't.
Oh, okay. I did hit the like button.
We can't even get a Suicide
hit the
Ostrander
like button,
run in Omnibus format. So maybe one day. I like that to happen. Omar, I've been getting the Amazing Spider-Man. And it's good to see you, Joe, by the way. Hope you've been okay, buddy. The Amazing Spider-Man Omnis, I've gotten 1, 2, and 5. I plan on getting 3 and 4. I hope they reprint 2. Wait, but you got 2, right? I've gotten 1, 2, and 5. I plan on getting 3 and 4. I hope they reprint 2. Is this a riddle?
Maybe for other people's.
Oh, you mean like the spine? So you can have like the connecting, no, not connecting spines, but all the spines look the same? I'm sure they will.
Amanda Connor and Jimmy Palmiotti's interview was fun.
It was. Like, we generally had a lot of fun with both of them. You know, Jimmy really like spoke to me, like what was going on in my life at that time. And you and Amanda really connected because you're both goofy and forgetful. It made me feel good. I'm like, look how successful she is, and she can't remember things. So I was like, oh, thank you, Doc Holliday. Like answering a question. She's like, I don't know. Oh boy.
Hi team. Please rate the following between 1 to 10 of who is the best hand-to-hand combat in DC. Nightwing, Destro, Creeper, Raj Al Ghul. That's how I say it. Wildcat, Batman, Black Canary, Sensei, the Father, Lady Shiva, and Bane. Man, thank you for the super chat. You're gonna earn your money today,
dude. If I don't put Batman as number 1, people are gonna like kill me. What if Batman is number 6? Like, all right,
Who's better, Nightwing or Batman?
So okay,
What's
number
that
1
bet?
is Batman. This is such a tough question.
Wait, is one the best?
Yeah, one
What
is
are
the
you gonna
best.
say? Okay.
So I'm gonna start with number 10, the least. Oh my gosh, the least. But Wildcat Train. Okay, oh my gosh! And if I put Black Canary down there, people are gonna be like, Omar's sexist. Cancel Omar. All right. Here we go.
Oh,
sorry.
said thank you.
This is hard.
I feel like you need a piece of paper.
No, I got this. I got this, baby. Here we go. Coming in at number 10, Creeper. Coming in at number 9. Yes, you do. Okay. You know what? Number 9, Bane. Hand in hand, Bane. Coming in at number 8, Sensei. I said what I said. I said Sensei. Yes, I did. Coming in at number 7, Black Canary. Coming in at number 6, Batman. I'm just kidding. Don't put Batman. Wildcat. This is hard. Coming in at okay, Wildcat comes in at number 6. Coming in at number 5. Oh, you. Coming in at number 5. Okay. All right, yeah. All right, here we go. Deathstroke, the Terminator. Okay. Coming in at number 4, Nightwing. Number 3, Lady Shiva. Number 2, Batman. Number 1, Ra's al Ghul.
Whoa!
There you go. I said what I said. You know what? But my girl, Batgirl, Cassandra Cain, could knock the crud out of all them folks. Yes. She can take them all out. Thanks, Omar. I'll give you an update offline. What's been going on? Yes, please do, brother. Please do.
All right, that was a really good
that was really intense.
It was
this is a fighter ranking, not a detective ranking. Thank you, man. That was a really fun question. I'm sweating bullets over here because that was hard. That was harder than I thought. Look, Black Canary is number 1 according to Warren. Everyone else is 2 through 9.
I don't care. So they're not ranked. You're just like, everybody else.
6 out of 10. Agree with Omar. Thank you for that super laugh hard. I find that rather interesting. Marvel didn't reprint Road to War of Kings and Aftermath in the light of the latest woke reprint. And by woke, he means War of Kings. I think because they weren't voted, right? People didn't vote into them because they were still in print when I made that announcement. Yeah. All DC drama aside, is there DC drama? Oh man, there's so much drama everywhere. Are you all intrigued to hear critic reaction to the Flash? Oh, the movie stuff. Okay. Flash movie in a few days. They're showing it at CinemaCon 25 on 25/4.
So April
25th for people that are not in America. I hope it's awesome as it's being advertised. Well, the fact that they're showcasing it so early and letting reviewers have at it means they have a faith in their product, right? Usually if it's a bad movie, they don't lift the embargo until like the night before the movie comes out, because that's when people start bombing the movie and bringing the ratings down. So that's what a lot of studios do, that, right? Like the studios are like, yeah, nobody's allowed to review this movie until the night before it comes out so people can buy tickets. But if it's a good movie and they have faith in this because, screenings or whatever, even if it's a personal screening by, was it Marky Mark who saw the personal screening? Oh, Tom Cruise. Then yeah, they're going to let it out. And sure, we'll see what happens. I'm excited I'm excited to go see it. You've got Michael Keaton as Batman. Heck yeah. Omar, do you think there's enough material to be X-Men Schism Omni, or with which possible future X-Men Omni would collect those stories? Well, Schism itself is in the Wolverine Volume 2 by Jason Aaron. Schism? That was kind of like a rush storyline to go, hey, we need something to bring in the new era of X-Men. Let's just write a 5-issue miniseries and have different writers write each issue. A little bit of a mess. I really didn't dig it. But what era would I guess it would be the era of maybe they could throw it in with Gillen's Omnibus if ever there was one. Road to War of Kings and Aftermath were awesome. Got them both for cover price after your announcement. Was so lucky. Yeah, I kind of figured. I remember, I think in my video I even said, and if you're interested in getting the whole story, you might as well get the 2 books that are in print as of this video, because they would go after that. Like, yeah. And now they're sought after books.
Who's your favorite Green Lantern artist?
Oh, what a tough question. I gotta go with either Ivan Reis or Ethan Van Sciver. Like both of those guys, and like despite controversial things about artists, like I really enjoyed Bart like coming back to comics and reading Green Lantern Rebirth was amazing to me. Like oh my gosh, childhood probably Daryl Banks. I really like Daryl Banks. Like his design of the Parallax, like Hal Jordan's outfit, so good, man. Very underrated artist too.
Michael is suggesting maybe interviewing Peter David. He's still not great. Could probably use the help to get the word out for his GoFundMe.
Yeah, I was gonna see if maybe Nick and I, because Nick does a lot of auctions, like we could get together to do some kind of auction and help fund that. Because this is the time to help these creators that have written so many stories that have made this possible to do this. I don't. Yeah, I'll have to think about that. And actually asking him on, if he's in better health, I would. Ooh, Neil Adams Green Lantern solid too. But see, I didn't grow up with that. It was something that I went to check back to, like whenever those collected editions were coming out. Hey, Omar and Melanie, my wife and I get to meet Chris Claremont next month and get some books signed. Just curious, what would you guys get signed if you were to meet him?
He has met him. He's interviewed him. He's met him multiple times.
Yeah,
I don't really say anything because he's so nervous, and I just let him talk.
Mr. Claremont, I love you.
I know at the last con, he was going by, and I was like, "Stop! Just say hi. Stop him." Or
he was on a scooter,
and I was like, "Well, just say hi." And you're like, "No, I don't want to."
I talked to his son.
Yeah, you're way more comfortable talking to his son.
Oh, yeah.
In fact, he stopped Scooty because you stopped it on his son. And I was like, "Just say hi." That's how it went.
Okay. So get whatever book means something to you. It doesn't matter about like popularity. People sometimes get books signed that they're going to CGC, or they're CGC'd and CGC's there, so you can get it signed and get CGC degraded. For me, it's all about the stories that mean something to me. So I've had like Claremont sign my 114, which to me was one of the best covers as a kid that I always wanted. That's the only one that I have signed by Stan Lee, John Byrne, and Chris Claremont. So that one means a lot to me. I was gonna get 168, which is my very first X-Men, but I don't know if Paul Smith ever does conventions. Otherwise, I'd love to tackle both of them, not physically, but tackle both Chris Claremont and Paul Smith. But get stories that mean something to you, or your favorite character, right? If you have their first appearance, at least that's my mentality. Or it could be your first issue of Uncanny X-Men that he wrote. What about you? What would you? Oh yeah, you already answered. Legacy numbers.
Thank you for the super.
Thank you for the super chat, Brian. Volumes 4, 5, and 6. Manga influence. Do you think the industry is returning-ish to when a series mattered more than creators? Legacy numbers. Volumes hitting 4, 5, and 6. Oh, you mean in collected editions? I think it's a different time. Yes, and. Say what you will about Conan the Barbarian, but those Omnis did a lot for Marvel in the sense of like, hey, we have a volume 5, 6, and 7 of Conan coming out, and the sales haven't dropped that much. I say we run it. Let's keep doing it. Let's keep doing more volumes and not put, because I mean, they very easily, after Roy Thomas left the book, they could have had a J.M. DeMatteis collection, a Bruce Jones collection, and they didn't. They decided to keep with the numbering system. And that showed that, hey, let's get out. And then we got Amazing Spider-Man Volume 5. And now we're getting Uncanny 5. It's just insane.
And for the super chat, I'm not going to get like some happy cheering one. Brian, thank you. American Medical Care is just depressing.
It's this is a comic book channel, but there's a lot of truth to what you're saying, brother. Something that, I don't talk about because I like to stay positive and talk about comics and things like that. But there's a lot of truth to that, my brother. I'm halfway through Crisis on Infinite Earths and loving it. Is it okay to jump to Infinite Crisis? Yeah, sure. Why not? Otherwise, you're stuck reading like over a decade worth of stories. But yeah, I loved it. And Infinite Crisis feels like such a good sequel. And Jeff Johns just knows how to bring out the fanboy and make me cry, make me cheer. Like, and he's like, you don't. Oh man, it's about action. Oh, love it.
Jack Berry, thank you for the super chat. Enough Lemire's Old Man Logan material to be an Omni?
Oh yeah. Enough to be 2 Omnis, honestly, because if you have an old man omnibus, then you would have Hawkeye and Old Man Quill. But if you have an Old Man Logan omnibus, then you have enough material for, because you double dip, right? I mean, it happens. You have the Steve McNiven and Mark Miller story. You have the Brian Michael Bendis, Andre Sorrentino story, and then the Jeff Lemire and then Ed Brisson, which ends with Dead Man Logan. So you have enough material for 2. First comic book panel Omar ever read was Professor X is a jerk. How did this influence your opinion of Professor X, Omar? Well, it was in English, so I really didn't understand what she was yelling at. I thought it was his wife at first, Kitty Pryde, because I was making up stories in my head until I learned the language, or until actually I found the issue later in Spanish. So it influenced me by being really confused as to why this lady is screaming at a man, a bald man at that, and a lot older than she was. Today I woke up and got depressed about Uncanny Volume 5 mapping. It comes and goes. Is it mapped? You talking about the way that it's collected, or just that they did not include everything we thought they were going to include? But it answers the question, right? I mean, that's something like you got to take some positive out of that. It answers the questions that no, they are not taking into consideration Roger Stern Spider-Man Omnibus. They're not taking into consideration any of those crossover Omnis. So they're going to continue with just X-Men.
Flint announcing the board. You were a kid. It was your first comic about thinking the kitty was his wife. Like
I know,
you can't tell.
I was a kid. It's like, why is she married to this bald dude? She's pretty cute.
If you got a chance to tour Warner Brothers Studios on the studio tour, which section of the lot would you tour first, and would you get items at the WB store?
I would get Batman animated series items. Yes.
Oh yeah. What if you got to sell? That would be awesome. What about the lot?
I guess
the Animaniacs lot. No, I don't know.
The Batman lot.
That was a fun.
Did you ever read? This is from Michael. Did you ever read any Ultraverse titles? I'm looking for collecting them now to make in. Yeah, I did. I read. I did. What was the
Roguish type? That's right. It's always Kitty Pryde.
Yes, it is always Kitty Pryde, no matter if it's Shadowcat. For some reason, I don't know why, even though she earned Shadowcat. Besides Prime and all those books, there was a pumpkin. What was the name? It was like a crossover, not Smashing Pumpkins or Pumpkin Lord. I can't remember.
The
Rune?
world is
Was it
a
Rune?
vampire.
Barry Windsor Smith. What's up, Bunkmaster B?
Everybody all read up for the All-Star Batman Book Club? Not yet. But if you're interested in joining us for talking about All-Star Batman and Robin, that should be interesting.
My gosh, I can't believe you are reading that.
The last Sunday in April is when we will have it. We meet through Zoom. It's the $7.77 tier Patreon on Patreon. Let's see. Ryan is saying good morning, just popping in and saying I'm jealous of your Final Fantasy Pixel remaster.
Thank you. It was my childhood, and yeah, it wasn't cheap, but I was like, when they offer you a vinyl and pixelated figures, what?
And a art
Who
book,
am I to
like
say no? If you could have any 3 new DC Omnis, which would you have? Green Lantern by Winnick, Robin by Dixon, Nightwing by Dixon. Those are good choices, honestly. Actually, really good choices. I would go with Aquaman by Peter David. I would actually, I agree with that. The Nightwing by Dixon, number 2. And by the way, I do these every year. I do my top 10 most wanted. And number 1 would probably be the post-crisis on Infinite Earths Batman.
I forgot.
Psych! Man of Steel! Until this point, that trouble wasn't the option for the book.
I forgot. I was going to put it, and I forgot.
Then I'd have to buy that stupid book. And I'm sure it's ridiculously overpriced now because everybody wants to know how bad it is.
Trouble again.
No, let's not do that. Let's not do that. Oh my God.
Trouble again.
Second Chances is yes, it is. And who knows when it'll be back. Just read my first bit of Kyle Rayner Green Lantern, and I liked it way more than I thought I would. Oh, that's awesome. I'm so glad. By the way, big shout out to this guy. C2 Keyboard Samurai. He's the one that sent me masterwork of Spider-Man Volume 1 so I could do a comparison to it. So thank you so much for that, brother.
Is there any is there an in-story connection between the Ultraverse Exiles plus the regular Marvel Exiles beyond the name?
Zero. Absolutely. You don't even see them crossover with the Ultraverse. Just like there's no mention of the Phoenix in the Ultraverse. I don't know if y'all remember that when the Phoenix got a new host in the Ultraverse. It was when they were Lord Pumpkin. Thank you. Golly, I could not remember who it was. It was during that time when Marvel got Malibu and they started coming out with titles. So the Ultraverse titles started coming, and I think they still own the rights to the Ultraverse. I don't know if they ever will do anything with it or not.
Miss Prime Rib heard there's something called AMA coming soon. Where can one get to see and participate on that incredible show? It's tomorrow. The Ask Me Anything at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. And again, that's in the $7.77 tier on Patreon, which is a great way to support the channel, since this is Omar's livelihood, that he cannot spend all this time making videos unless you gracious people are supporting him financially. Well, and me too. So thank you very much.
No, seriously, thank you all. Hey Omar, any word from Titan about the upcoming Conan collected editions? I'm working with Will, but he's still having the check. So as soon as I hear something from him that they want me to announce, I'll be happy to, brother. It would have been cool to include Second Chances in the Red Hood Deluxe edition. Or well, yeah, but they're so different though, right? You don't have a Death in the Family in there. Maybe an omnibus, honestly, a Jason Todd omnibus. If I was a professional comics creator, I definitely write and illustrate 6-issue miniseries of Kitty Pryde called Shadow Cat. Thank you for that, Jack. Omar and Mel, I'm about to start a Cap read-through, going from Brubaker to Remender to Spencer. I love these read-throughs. Also, happy to see you back, Tyler. Happy to have you here, buddy. Which of these 3 runs did you like the most, and do you have any additional recommendation reading with this?
I haven't read that much Cap. I read some Brubaker, correct? For the book club. It was okay. Like, I mean, it wasn't bad. It was good. I could tell. It just wasn't, I guess, what I'm interested in.
Yeah. I think a lot of people would say that the Brubaker run is the definitive run. For me, my favorite Cap run probably is the Mark Grunwald era. That was the era I grew up with, and it just resonated with me. It stuck with me. A lot of great stories. Out of those 3, I think my favorite is the Brubaker, though, the ones that you mentioned. Spencer has ups and downs. Remender has ups and downs. Remender takes the idea of man out of time and puts him into the man out of time and dimension. So Captain America's like ripped out of his own dimension to go to this, what was it, Dimension Z or whatever it was. And actually, I thought it was a fun book. However, ups and downs with that one too. And
I'm sorry.
Whereas Brubaker to me started off awesome. He got really freaking good and then dropped down a little bit, but then remained as good for the whole run after that. It wasn't like a drop down, like, oh, this is horrible. But it was fun.
Alex, if you're asking about the Ask Me Anything, 2 p.m. Eastern Time.
Tomorrow, yeah. The Ask Me Anything is 2 p.m. tomorrow. That's
on Sunday.
The engagement tier on Patreon. Engel's Cart run is incredible, and there's in its entirety a Cap Omnibus Volume 3. That is correct. I love Mike Zeck's artwork. Or not Mike Zeck. Zeck's artwork. Yeah, Zeck's artwork is freaking awesome too. Happening later on with J.M. DeMatteis's run on Captain America. So lots of ups and downs with Cap. There's some stuff that I had to push myself to read through. Oh, thank you, brother. I'm so happy to be able to help support him. Oh, thank you, man. Thank you. Seriously, it means a lot. Hey, Omar.
And the $10 tier is obviously all the rewards from the previous tiers, but then you get your name at the end of the video. And any Godzilla comics to read that are still in print?
My favorite one. This is from IDW.
Yeah, it was just right by your shoulder.
This is the Half Century War, and it's got to do with James Stokoe. Oh my gosh, his art is so freaking amazing. It's a hardcover, but it's a standard size hardcover. It's not, deluxe size. But just like, this is Stokoe at his best. Doing kaiju. It's phenomenal. Oh my gosh, it's so detailed. It's crazy. It's good. And then the characters themselves are insane. But man, this is a lot of fun. Definitely this one. That's my favorite one. And I believe As of this video, that one's still in print by IDW. No, that was not a good sound.
No, it wasn't. James, thanks for pointing this out. Omni Dog and the Unstoppable Bar are going to have a live show on Omni Dog's Vault.
If everything works out correctly.
Going live tomorrow. So there's a link to his channel, or you could just type in Omni Dog's Vault.
But Barkley versus Godzilla is a good one.
Oh, I'm sorry, Alex.
Very disappointed since I will be working and won't be able to attend. Oh, I'm sorry, Alex. But you can always watch the replay. And if you have any questions, just leave it in there, and I'll be happy to get to it. Like whenever we post the actual link to the stream. The Discord has been very helpful getting back into this hobby. You guys have a great community on it.
And thanks to the moderators.
Yeah.
Thank you. Which Ben is one of. And Bunkmaster B. Hold up. That's the $5 tier.
And FedEx, Bunkmaster B, Aria. Those guys are phenomenal. Seriously.
Englehart's Cap Run.
It's another one. Bambi versus Godzilla. Is that one?
What? Oh, and the Brave and the Boys are live with Omni Dog tonight. So that would be Omni Dog's Vault.
What is Omni Dog doing? Just like
look at him.
Grabbing everybody, making his own little generic Justice League. Generic Justice League. I said that because I love chess.
Hey, Albert's asking if anyone's going to the Comic-Con Revolution next month.
Where is the Comic-Con Revolution?
Ted saying any news from Dark Horse about the BPRD Omnis?
No, BPRD is only in softcover right now. I hope to talk to them some more. But I got to email them back. I do more work on the Discord than the mods. They don't do a thing.
And Ben said,
Ontario, California.
Somebody was asking earlier, Michael, any news about the Transformer rights?
Nothing. One day we'll find out what that is. Like official news, right? Rumors are everywhere.
Do you think DC will wait for the Absolute Batman Year 1 to go out of print in order to reprint Batman Year 1 Deluxe Edition?
It's been gone for years.
Out of print. They usually make different formats available, though.
The Absolute came back to print, but I thought that was gone too. I don't know. I think they're just waiting around because that book always stays in print. So,
hey, Jackie, just bought the Uncanny X-Men Volume 1 Omni. Good for you. Are the other volumes evergreen? I know we might get Volume 2 is voted in the reprint poll, but Volume 3 and 4 are also getting difficult to find.
3 is out, or 3 is coming back. I believe in May. It's getting a restock, and it'll have a new. It'll have the new spine on it.
And
so,
Michael,
I'm glad you're getting those.
Yeah. What's your favorite Marvel DC X over that isn't JLA Avengers or X over crossover or X-Men Titans?
Oh,
I think Spidey Batman by J.M. Day and Bagley, Punisher Batman by Dixon and JRJR, and Cat Batman by Byrne are great.
Actually, Spider-Man Batman is my favorite one. I love that. Bagley drawing both the Joker and Carnage is amazing.
Do you own it?
I think it's part of my custom. Let me double check. Ron Mars, Silver Surfer. Ron Mars, Silver Surfers, and Green Lantern's excellent too.
It's in there.
I think it's in. If you look in there, I think it's part of that. I can't remember. But it happens before the miniseries.
Well, I see Robin and Wolverine.
Yeah, here. This is an amalgam.
Story. An amalgam. I don't know why I said that. You should do Dark Horse Must Want It hardcovers. BPRD would be ruling the list, I think.
So this one collects Silver Surfer, Darkseid and Galactus, The Hunger. And this also collects the Ron Mars story, the Green Lantern, Silver Surfer, but I don't think it has Batman, Spider.
I remember that. It's just one issue. Why do I think it would be multiple?
Yeah, it's just one issue.
Yeah, I remember that.
It's good.
Oh, but now I need to reread it now that I know who people are as in terms of creators.
Can you take over for a second there? I got to make sure everything's
okay. All right, let me pick something that perhaps I can answer. However, they're going to be playing the Spirited Away live on stage in movie theaters later. Spirited Away, the real movie, is returned to theaters in October. Oh, wow. That's really cool. And you're welcome, Jackie. And it is time. Thank you so much, Rahul, for reminding me of just letting you guys know about Walt's Comic Shop because they are based in Berlin, Germany. And so if you live in Europe and you live in the EU, you could get a flat shipping rate of 12 euros and bulletproof packaging and emails answered within 24 hours, regardless of where you live. And that's Walt's Comic Shop. And you can use the code near mint condition, all one word, checkout to get free shipping in all EU countries with your first order over 40 euros. And I'm going to say, logically, it would still be cheaper, even if you're not in the EU, to order from Walt's Comic Shop as opposed to America, and they mail it over the pond. Walt's Comic Shop, your reliable source for omnis and premium collected editions in Europe. Ting. You were supposed to sit down when I went like that.
Sorry.
Too slow.
Too slow. That's my rapper name.
Everything okay? Same.
A little better, so he might get to come home today or tomorrow. So. Okay. Thank you, baby. Hey, that was you did a really good job. You took over. You don't even need me. You don't even need me. Look.
To answer questions, I need you. Oh, yeah, there's a ting and a snap. I've heard Groban likes his lace and pop. Yes, he does. You got to wear the white, have a tan. His lace pop. Oh, my gosh, I said that to a student. You had no idea what I was talking about.
This is a Always Sunny reference right here. Love that show. Jazz hands. Melanie, did you forget the jazz hands? There you go. Could you do a video showing your custom binding books? Thank you so much, brother.
Okay, no, you answer that question, and I'm going to address this.
Okay, I don't really do videos like that because just things. They're not. This is the dark side of the internet. These things aren't supposed to exist. So I kind of
on that note, you two are so romantic.
But romance is alive on the internet, though. I mean, people know that these things exist. You just go look.
You
on
said
eBay.
Romance is alive on the internet.
Yeah, I did.
How are you tying that in?
You are too. Because I said these things aren't supposed to exist. Do you listen?
Oh, I get it.
Do you ever listen to me?
Well, I'm not going to tell the story then.
Dead air. Are we fighting?
We wanted to watch The Wedding Singer last night. I didn't want to watch The Wedding
Singer.
Oh
my gosh. I love that movie.
I forgot the song at the end. Adam Sandler sings. Is what you put on a left CD. And then I went over and hugged him.
You got all romantic.
And also earlier throughout the movie, I said, I respect you. And it's ironic that in the movie, it was like one of the tests of love is that you weren't selfish. And I was like, I don't want to watch this movie. And sitting by the window on a plane ride. I was like, oh, I'm being selfish. I'm sitting by the window.
It's my wife, everybody. Read 2 more on these. Let me see. We gotta keep R0X. Here we go.
All right, thank you for the super chat. Let's go.
Read 2 more Omnis. Wolverine Volume 2 and starting Volume 3, the Hama Run. I'm gonna read Pad Volume 3. We need Spectacular Spidey by Pad with Death of Jean the Wolf. I agree with that. Wait.
And I think I'm getting to my 20th omnibus and reading.
That's what's up, dude. And that's why I love it, man. I'm keeping you accountable. You make sure you keep reading. The OPB had to pull down a video because they showed a custom hobby. Yeah, that's another thing too, man. After that whole thing with the manga that was legally given to me by a publisher here in America, I don't even play. This is my livelihood, so you got to be careful. I don't mind. It's not really a tease. I don't mind showcasing some things, but it's just. You never know with YouTube. They could change the rules at any time, and then 50 of your videos are pulled down, and you're like, what? You teased me with that Scooby-Doo Apocalypse Omni in the bite. See what I mean? Like, that's how they sneak in there from time to time. They do sneak in there from time to time. Omar, please remind me, roughly when is mysterious Marvel announcement coming? Up in the air right now. There'll be a countdown. There'll be a countdown.
A countdown. That's a great idea. We post every day.
Yeah.
5 more days. Oh, I'm gonna forget. You all remind me.
Now, and the people that were gonna be, but you don't
know when it's gonna come out.
Like the people that were gonna be disappointed to begin with are counting down to the disappointment. While the people that are super hyped will be super hyped about it are gonna be like, you just tell me to hush?
Why are you being negative about it?
Because it's the internet. Negativity is everywhere.
Power Rangers. Is there a Power Rangers comic box set in the making?
It's already come out, unfortunately, and sold out. They didn't make enough is what happened.
Oh.
So a lot of retailers got their orders canceled.
Oh, I remember that.
Oh boy, the O's, did y'all hear that? The O's were intensifying. Oh, I remember that happened. Like, where did that even come from?
Because it's like, wow.
Power Rangers box sets, ladies and gentlemen.
It's a thing.
Boy,
you'd be disappointed. And
tell you that
for the retailers.
If you were one of them dudes that ended up with a Power Rangers box set, you put a little
passionate about it.
Put a little.
Yeah, Power Rangers box set.
Did I?
No, I'm saying in general. You as in general people, if you're buying it, you're probably passionate about it.
Yeah, because it was like $500. There was this. Oh, there it is again.
That's like Unicron, right?
Yeah,
what if you didn't get Unicron? We had to buckle him in the front seat when we moved.
That dude moved with me. Did I make a TikTok video about that? I remember buckled. Maybe I posted a picture somewhere on our internet. He was buckled in. Only 2 people got to ride in the front seat. Unicron and Belle Dandy. Both of them. None of my kids, not my wife.
I was the one that drove them. And I put my hand over the whole Belle Dandy.
You drove Belle Dandy. I drove Unicron.
Oh, okay.
It was like my small child.
It should have been the opposite.
I trusted you. Omar, do you think we'll ever get a Hal Jordan Spectre omnibus? I would love that era collected. There's so many. There are no trade paperbacks. No, there's only the Day of Judgment, and that's it. That's it. That's all we have of that era. If Dark Horse were publishing more hardcovers, Lone Wolf and Cub, Astro Boy would definitely be on their list. Yes, this is the hill I die. It's a good hill.
Oh.
That's a good hill.
It's a good hill.
No, seriously. I mean,
it's pretty with grass.
Out of all the things that they still have the rights to, why not have
waving in the breeze?
The god of mangas, Astro Boy, in there. Just saw Power Rangers box set go over $2,000 on eBay. Yeah, it gets kind of crazy, man. What's up, Robert Marquez? How are you, hermano? Ooh, a countdown. That's exciting. Yeah, we'll count it down.
It's a double-edged sword.
Hype is a double-edged. Absolutely 100%. That's what I'm talking about, right? Like, realistically, I'm hyped about it. And I know a lot of people will be. But then there are people that are like, I mean, then again, there's Debbie Downers with everything. Like, oh, this is going to suck no matter what. I feel like Omar overhypes everything. You don't see me get hyped when I announce Ultimate Spider-Man 3.
Which a lot of people are hyped for.
But I don't need to be hyped for Ultimate Spider-Man 3. You all got hyped more. Everybody's like, ripping their shirts off out in the street. Why wasn't I invited to that party? Omar, staying on manga topic. When will you film the manga collection? That's I am hoping to do that end of April. I got to see what my buddy Ryan is doing.
I'm gonna have to say Galactus wins versus.
Go to
HE double hockey's thing. No, I'm thinking of Power, not like anything else. I mean, in the movie, all he does is float and eats things. You got Galactus. Galactus had the Silver Surfer. How about that?
Okay.
Yeah. Oh wait, but Unicron had Galvatron. But still,
that's his herald.
Silver Surfer, Galvatron.
Unicron gave them new bodies.
And his armada. What's it called?
And your armada.
Yeah.
Oh my god. And George Orwell did his voice. Of course, he was. Oh, he was so unhealthy. They had to. The whole idea was to deepen his voice, made him sound robotic because his voice just sounded awful. Of course, the kid in me is always going to say Unicron. Yeah, Unicron. Unicron for the win. Final answer.
I'm just being objective.
Yeah,
what do y'all think? Who would win?
Unicron don't need no little machine to eat a planet, all right? Unicron just comes to your planet, it's like, oh, and then everybody's like, oh my god, run away. Galactus comes with his skirt, and he's like, look up my skirt. And everybody's like, dude, come on, man, wear some freaking underwear. And of course, I'm talking about the Silver Age Galactus, not talking about the pant-wearing Galactus.
The pant-wearing Galactus. All right, in the comments, says the pant-wearing Galactus. The Unicron and the skirt wearing.
And they're tights. They're spandex. Tight. Okay, here we go.
All right, but we got a couple of super chats. Tyler.
Dude.
Thank you. Oh, I hope you're still here. You're going to head out for today, guys. Nice to see. Have a nice Saturday, everyone. I'm planning on catching
the AMA tomorrow. Thank you. Yeah, it's always fun. Bring an early drink. That's what I tell people. It really loosens up the chat. Like, people just ask me anything, and I answer. And they going to try to ask me too about what the big announcement was going to be, and they're going to see me get drunk and go, all right, Omar's toasty. Let's ask him now.
Oh, he's saying technically Galactus gave Norrin Rad a new body. What?
Who said technically?
Michael, Heath.
Heath did. Okay.
Michael Collins, thank you for the
super chat, brother.
Been great to see your journey from losing your job to doing this full time. Awesome. Props. Do you ever reflect on how far you've come? He's got a video. All the best.
Yeah, I've done a year 1 and year 2, but I don't, you know, whenever it's work, right? Like I know it's ridiculous to say that, but whenever you're reading and you're like, oh, I got to film, or I'm in a hotel room, I should be taking my daughter to get ice cream with her friends, but I got to make sure I edit this.
But you did spend a lot of time
We did.
with her.
You know, it doesn't, I don't think about it.
This week, he's like, oh, it's my busy week, the last week of the month.
Yeah,
every month. That's my busy week.
It's horrible. But, you know, it's such a blessing. It's such a blessing and just amazing thing that I get to do for a living, which, yeah, in hindsight, yeah, I always have to take a step back to appreciate it, for sure. But thank you so much. It's been crazy. It was not, like, everybody that I talked to during the trip, like, it was not in the works. Like, I'm 45 years old, and my career was networking and project management, and here I am making YouTube videos about comics. It's not what it was supposed to be, but I'll take this any day over sitting in a meeting for 3 hours talking about budgets. Well, now my budget meetings are all about comics, and they take a lot longer to make than 3 hours. That's for sure.
Did you say George Orwell?
Did I say George Orwell? Oh my God. Orson Welles. Citizen Kane. Dang it. There goes. This is the double-edged sword of the internet. They remember all the smart things you say, but they also remember all the stupid things you've said. Oh, this is how I get canceled.
Oh, what about Mega Maid?
Oh, she's going from suck to blows. Oh, I love that movie. Dang it, I said George Orwell? Like Animal Farm, George Orwell?
I still have not read that. Nor 1984.
Not Orson Welles? All right, I'm sorry about that, everybody.
It's okay. Yeah, I totally would have said.
Hey, brother.
Yeah, how are you doing? Thanks for fixing my book binding. Long overdue.
Yeah, thanks, man. All the props go to the Marvel Masterworks Forum. There was a guy that fixed books for a living, and that's where I learned to do it over a decade ago. So those guys are the ones that taught me how to do it. But I just had to wait for books that had bad binding. So luckily it was my cousin and brother, and I got those books fixed. As a current IT worker, I couldn't be more jealous of your escape from the grind. Thank you, my brother. You know, as it happened, it was the most horrible thing that was happening, right? Nobody wants to be fired. Nobody wants to be rejected. And nobody wants to get rejected time and time and time again from, you know, the career that you didn't even want to begin with. Like,
or hear nothing.
Or hear nothing. Like, you know, it's and
I got a tip to give.
And of course, I'm talking to the people that, you know, you've been there, you've lost your job, and then you're trying to find something. And to take that negativity and to spin it around and get to make something out of it because, you know, you feel rejected from a world that you didn't even want to be a part of. It's been amazing. I mean, you know, in hindsight, a lot of people say best thing that ever happened to me was getting fired. When it's happening to you, those 4 months was hell. It's not the best thing. Like, yes, in hindsight, it was. But back then, it was misery. And I never talked about it I just kept making videos. Not because I was like, I'm going to do this full time one day, but because that was my escape from the hell of reality that was. So thank you all of you.
I was listening, but I also want to tell Bar that tell your American cousin hi. And
oh, dude, that's awesome. Put him on. Put him on.
Oh my gosh. Okay, 5 things pop in my head. No, first of all, tip. Did you guys know this? I want to share it about the white font.
I don't know if you should be giving tips like that,
okay,
just in case.
Well, then what was my second tip? My second tip is not about job hunting. It is about Blaze, and I hope you're saying, Blast. I hope I'm saying your name right. It was talking about making friends while you were on the Washington, D.C. trip. My tip is if you are in the dating game, a huge sign that somebody is kind and would be a good pick is if they are good with kids.
Oh, well, what if you hate kids?
It was so well, okay, then no. Find somebody else that doesn't care for kids either.
Okay, there you go. What if you hate kids?
It's kids and animals. And because you were very rejuvenated, not only from talking to other adults, spending a whole week with other adults, but also with just goofing off with kids and the socially awkward ones that other adults ignore.
Oh, I love. Give me the.
That one little kid. I just headbutt a moth.
That's my kind of kid.
That's awesome.
I love.
Which side does it sound.
I love talking to kids. Like
Socially
that's
awkward,
why I
but it's just what it's
volunteer at my daughter's schools, and that's why I don't know. I think kids, I think kids get me a lot more than adults. I think with kids they think I'm funny, and most adults probably I don't know. Anyway, thank you.
You're welcome.
NMC dating advice. That's for free too. That's the free dating advice. Tomorrow the
I'll
AMA will give you the
instantly.
adult dating advice. Every man is hotter if he is a dad instantly. Really? Huh.
Art, thank you for the super chat.
Thank
you
you,
get
my
the
brother.
owl for the day. You showed us how to fix books. Only fish. I could fix your
Only,
bad.
only,
I
wish.
only wish I could fix your Batman rating system. Year 1, 10,
10 Batman hashtag. Are we doing hashtags like backward hashtags? Thank you, brother. You're quite welcome. Omar, why do you think this is from Dean? They did not collect Daredevil Punisher means to an end story in Daredevil Marvel Knights Omni. Takes place during the Marvel Knights era. It was never collected in oversized format. I think back then they were mapping things differently. Now I think they have some jerk that's like, could you put this into maybe the collection of Omnibus that you just announced, perhaps? That was me, by the way. I don't sound anything like the Swedish chef, but that was my voice for me making fun of myself. And then sometimes they say yes, sometimes they say no. And I take a lot of advice from the people, from you all. And, you know, it's part of communication. And sometimes the communication is bad, and sometimes the communication is good. Sometimes I give them the feedback that you all say about price. You know, looking at you, Planet of the Apes. A lot of people were upset about that. Now, of course, I give them that information. What they do with that information, they're free, you know, whatever, to like ignore it or say thank you for bringing this to our attention. But and then sometimes it's nice. Sometimes it's they're like, yeah, okay, we can fix that, or we can add that in there. Omar's real voice. That was not my real voice, like at all.
Does reading any Astro Boy help before reading Pluto?
Nostalgically, absolutely, yes. Yes. Yeah, I would. If I had to do it over again and I had never read Astro Boy before reading Pluto, I would. But plenty of people have read Pluto without reading Astro Boy. Best dating advice I got from comics, internet, was BJ King's Guide to Comic Con Tips. He's just buying extra hot dogs for cuties and cons.
Yes.
Couldn't possibly
you could not go wrong because those things are expensive too.
Hey, man, then them girls know you got money if you're buying extra hot dog.
When you were trying to haggle for a hot dog, you're like, I'll give you $3. Look at this. Look at this crossover. Which dream crossover? Is it Wolverine Guts, Uncle Scrooge?
Oh my god! Like,
you gotta throw Uncle Scrooge in the mix.
Man, you know you got okay. Oh my god!
He can be behind the scenes.
Not only that, but then you bring like
he goes on adventures.
You bring like some of the other cast members, like Goldie, Glittering Goldie, and Casca. Oh my god, this is amazing. Jean Grey, you gotta bring Jean Grey in too, and Rogue just to please me.
I was gonna say Laura. Who would Laura team up?
Laura
with?
Kinney.
Yeah.
She would have to team up with what's her name? Little Witch Girl.
Oh yeah.
Little Witch Girl.
Yeah, we never can say
and the nephews. And the nephews.
And the nephews. I'm sorry, how do you say her name?
This is write that down. Write that down.
No, the nephews team up with Isidro.
And Puck. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, yes. Oh, and Honey Badger. Oh, Honey Badger. Okay, write that down? That is brilliant. That is the dream crossover right there. Oh my gosh. I don't know how many people would buy that. Maybe with Wolverine a lot. Maybe with maybe all the Uncle Scrooge fans, the manga fans will be confused, so they have to buy it.
Gabby teams up with the Little Witch Girl.
No. Gabby's younger, so she's got to team up with the nephews so she can boss them around. Look, I'm already fighting this. This is wonderful.
Oh, wait. We're not talking about DuckTales, but I can't help but think of DuckTales. Don't talk about DuckTales.
Why would you even mention DuckTales? Don
Rose is going to hear. He's going to
every time somebody says DuckTales.
comparing me to DuckTales.
He goes and rips up a DuckTales book that they sent him. Hi, Omni. Couldn't make it to the live for the past few weeks. But I want to let you know I rewatch it religiously. Thank you. Thank you so much. To all of you that rewatch it, to all of you that are here, watch us on replay, to Final Shadow for writing down the freaking timestamps. Oh, man.
Yes, whatever it is, Don Rosa would hate it. Yes.
That's impossible. Scrooge McDuck would never team up with Logan. That's exactly how he sounds. So he'd be mad, angry old man. I would... Carl Barks didn't write it? Doesn't exist. Would you like to try Red Hot Chili Pepper?
not the band.
What did he call them?
No, because he corrected us. Whatever we said, it wasn't what they were. The peppers. They were
Chili. They're not chili
I
peppers.
don't know.
They're
or were they
homegrown.
He grew them, and he's like, "Please take some." It was really sweet. And we're like, "No, we're good."
Or the Books of Magic Omni's worth owning. If you're a fan of like, okay, it's less Sandman. It's less Sandman and more about Timothy Hunter. Like a little bit of Sandman towards the beginning, but then it's its own thing, right? But if I give you the pitch is Harry Potter. Like, it's a boy that has an owl, and he was going to one day become the strongest wizard, but it goes into dark territory. Everything cartoons, characters forever. Yes.
All right. Who would win in an old man fight, Rosa or Claremont?
Old man.
Rosa.
Oh, Don Rosa. You don't matter. All Chris Claremont has to say is Walt Disney, Don Rosa. And I love Claremont, so I'd have to step in, right? Be like, hey, man, break it up. Come on, guys.
And I'm not laughing at the reason why he's angry. Like, he's got a great point. It's just every time we talk to him, like, it's going to come up. It's going to come up.
Like, I have talked to him so many times. I've got his voice, like the pauses that he Karl Barks didn't write it, therefore it didn't happen. Like, I love talking to Don Rosa. I think he's a wonderful creator. He's my type of angry old man. He's my type of angry old man.
Keeping you to your word about the updated manga collection.
Thank you. Please hold me accountable. Please hold me accountable, okay? What's going on, Kingsport Cal? Coming in with the thoughts on Jonathan Major's stuff. Now, I've only caught up a little bit of what's going on.
There you go.
With him. So what I know so far is, I guess what the rest of us know, is that he has been dropped by his the people that represent him, and no major studios have dropped him yet. I can't remember. He's been dropped out of projects because, again, what happened last month, he was arrested because his girlfriend, I believe it's his girlfriend, please correct me because I hate to give anybody misinformation, called the police and reported him for abuse, right? And then she took it back. Legal stepped in, and his lawyer stepped in and showed text messages. But if you read the text messages, the Robot is on is here, dude. I'm sorry. I love Rebel. So if you read the text messages, it didn't seem like he was innocent. But again, I don't know what's going on in that relationship. Here's the thing, man. You know, like, innocent until proven guilty. But if that guy is doing these things, then yeah, of course, drop him. Doesn't matter how talented somebody is. Doesn't matter how talented, how great they are, how wonderful of an art creator, whether it's musician or comic book writer, artist, whatever it is, you know. Yeah, it's just doesn't deserve it. Doesn't deserve the fame and fortune and admiration, right? It just, yeah. And I know stars are troubled, right? In the past, like some of the people I've talked about, one of my favorite movies of all time is The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance. But I know dang well that John Wayne wasn't a good guy. And if it was today, oh my gosh, no, John Wayne would have been canceled a long time ago, as you know, as it happens these days. But yeah, it's just the world we live in, and play its, yeah. And I don't blame any major studio. And if they're going to recast anybody for the role of Kang the Conqueror, well, you already know there's only one man for that job. Next time, baby. That's right. Yeah, man. But
who is the
thank
best
you, brothers. Good to see you here.
Transformer comic series from the 80s or G.I. Joe comic series from the 80s?
G.I. Joe. And I'll tell you why. G.I. Joe, because of Larry Hama. It was solid, man. Like, it got once it picked up, it never stopped. G.I. Joe, Transformers took a while, right? The first 4-issue miniseries, they were okay. But then it became an ongoing series. It wasn't until Simon Furman took over the book that it became a sensation. Like, it was like, wow. Yeah. Oh, and here, hold on one second. And this is a comparison that I'm seeing a lot too. Drop him like the others dropped Ezra Miller, and Ezra's White. I don't know, man. I think like there's different circumstances. I don't know what's going on. Like, it's a hard question to answer because I don't know everything that's going on, right? Yeah. I'm not excited to see, I'll tell you this, I'm not excited to go see Flash because of Ezra playing Flash. I'm excited to go see Flash because of Michael Keaton. And if these things are already in the works, right? If they had already filmed the Kang Dynasty and it was the same case of like, hey, we can't release this because of Jonathan Majors, I would feel the exact same way. I'm like, I'm not going to see this because of Kang. I wanted to see it because of the reunion of the Avengers. But I understand where you're coming from, my brother.
Bar, thank you for the super sticker. And
softcover and hardcover. I just want to let everyone know, me and Jazz are doing a Harley Quinn stream tomorrow if plans don't change an hour before the AMA starts. Hope to see y'all there. This is on Omnidog's Vault.
Bar, thank you for mentioning that. And James did earlier as well. So yeah, guys, definitely check out, Omnidog's Vault. That's the YouTube channel. Let me skim down to the bottom here. The Daredevil trade paperback with
That's
Ninja
it.
Bob Gale arc and the Mac Quesada arc is
Unusual Suspects.
Also has the Jenkins Spidey Daredevil mini with Alex Ross covers. Do you like that mini?
No, I did not. But thank you for asking. Yeah. That's what it's called. For some reason, I thought it was, what did I call it? Like the Missing Link? Something weird like that. But it is a trade paperback that collects the stuff that was not available in the omnibus or hardcover editions. Sorry.
When will you do an Iron Man and Black Panther reading order?
I usually let the patrons vote for that. And speaking of patrons votes, Amanda and I are coming back to Old Reader, New Reader once a month, and we're letting the patrons vote for the next books. And I need to put that up this weekend so we can decide for the May book. And it's big, like Omnis and stuff that we've had on our shelves that I kind of want to go back and talk to. Because I had a blast talking about Jason Aaron's Thor omnibus, and I miss doing that stuff.
Oh, oops. Actually, let me say, that would be 1 p.m., correct? Eastern time.
Yes.
If it's an hour before the AMA.
Ours is 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. On the Patreon. That's where the link shows up.
Has the Spider-Man Jean DeWolf been collected in Omnibus? If not, what volume do you think it will be in?
Well, it would definitely be in a Peter David omnibus, like somebody was suggesting earlier. Or, wait, maybe? Maybe. Or it would be in a Spectacular Spider-Man. And that would be volume 4 of Spectacular Spider-Man.
Okay. Have you guys ever done an Uncle Scrooge New Reader?
Oh, no.
Old Reader, New Reader.
No, that's a good one. Especially since with, Don Rosa said, I'm making one last statement about this. And he did. Yeah, you can find it online, how he feels about them not printing Scrooge McDuck and standing his ground and saying, nope, we're not doing any art changes unless I'm doing it, and I'm not doing it. So, it sucks. That's for sure. Many praises to the mighty mods. Thank you all. Yes. Omar. Go ahead, baby. That one.
Okay. Yeah, Richard's asking, what do you think about Adam Driver playing Reed Richards, and who would you cast as the rest of the Fantastic Four?
No, I'm not happy about it. I like Adam Driver. Don't get me wrong. I think he's a great actor. I'm not happy about it, not because it's him, like he doesn't look the part. It's just why? Why cast somebody that big, right? People are going to see this movie. Doesn't matter who gets cast as Mr. Fantastic. Why cast Adam Driver? What's the other rumors? Mina, the young lady from that 70s show, voice of Meg on Family Guy. Why cast her as Mrs. Fan? Why not nobodies? Like, having nobodies pays off a lot. Like, Tom Holland paid off. You get them cheaper too. I'd rather them spend money on the special effects. There are great actors out there waiting to be found. You don't need Adam Driver to sell tickets to see Fantastic Four. You don't need Harry Potter to sell tickets to Wolverine. Daniel Radcliffe, sorry, cannot remember the actor's name. You don't need Tom Hardy to go see Wolverine. People are going to go see X-Men no matter who gets cast as Wolverine. I don't understand the studio's mentality of like, we don't live in a world anymore where people follow Stallone and Schwarzenegger as like action movie stars, right? We're going to go see this movie because Schwarzenegger's in it or Stallone's in it. We're not living in the 80s anymore. We're living in an era where people are going to go see these movies regardless. So, I mean, look at, yeah, even Hugh Jackman was a nobody before. Mila Kunis, thank you so much for her name, was a nobody before he was cast as Wolverine. And holy crap, did that pay off for them? So much so that they started changing the way Wolverine looked from angry, trollish man to good-looking, taller Wolverine.
Fargate, thank you so much for the super chat. See you May 9th on the Big Hearn Collectibles channel.
Thank you so much for being flexible, guys. Thank you so much. That's a live show that day. Thank you for being flexible with me. Adam Driver would be a horrible choice as Mr. Fantastic. And I don't know. I mean, he could kill it. Yeah, and I think he would. He's a great actor. But again, I just don't see the need for to cast people like that. We've gone beyond that. We don't need that. Danny DeVito's Wolverine. I'd be all over that.
Even though that's not a good casting, I still watch it just because. wait, but that's opposite of your argument. I was like, oh, if it's Danny DeVito, I'm seeing it.
Danny DeVito's just such a good human being, though. I believe Gabrielle Basco of Night Agent would make a perfect Ben Grimm. I'll have to look up who that is. This is why Amanda and I have a show, because she usually lets me know who it is. Hey, Omar, why do you think Marvel don't dabble in absolute editions? I feel like that would be a gold mine. And the answer to that, what I was told in the past, because I did bring this up, that's not the Marvel way. That's why I think they created the gallery editions. But man, do we need another edition of Get Broke On? I think they're doing fine with just Omnis. Oh my gosh. And deluxe editions and gallery editions and treasury editions. Omar, do you know when Miracle Man restock will be? I think it was supposed to happen already. Still waiting on my Amazon pre-order. I think it has happened already. Let me double check.
Jared's saying hi.
Hey, Jared, how are you?
And Jack Ferry's mentioning that Christopher Reeve was unknown before making GOAT of superhero movies.
The greatest of all time.
We need a shorter, hairier Wolverine for the big screen.
Wherever they go to, it doesn't matter, right? We're going to go and see it. I mean, the same thing happened with the Mario movie.
I love the Mario movie.
Wait, what? No, it didn't. John Leguizamo was well known, and so was Bob Hoskins by then.
Danny DeVito's the Mole Man, or I riot.
He's getting up there. He's the same age my dad is. He's almost 80, man. DeVito.
Oh, really? Let's see. Which omnibus is the cheapest?
Retail price when it originally came out, Devil Dinosaur. I think it was $35. Of course, it's only nine issues. 9 issues. Cheapest. What was $75 just recently? I think it was the last $75 book. Was it? Oh my gosh! It was was it DC Generations, I think, or was it Captain America by Dan Jurgens? I cannot remember. At the time, Chris Pratt wasn't a big star when he was Star-Lord. Yeah, but he had already got a fan following with Parks and Recreation, right? Like he had a fan following because of that show. Okay, so apparently the Nolan cover was the only one that got restocked. Is that the one? That's the standard edition. No, it's not. Alan Davis is the standard edition. Yeah, so you should be getting it. Howard the Duck was $60 when it originally came out. No, Secret Wars. Okay, yeah, this is funny. Secret Wars was $75, but my original printing was $100. So the people that waited got a better deal. Yeah, Secret Wars was $75. I forgot about that. Thank you so much, buddy.
You can talk about the schedule.
My schedule. I have no schedule.
Oh, it's true. He's been Washington, D.C. for the past week.
Tomorrow is the overview of the Black Science Compendium and maybe something else if I'm given the time. Monday is the overview of Fantastic Four by Miller and Hitch. And then Melanie's joining me for the overview of Deadpool and Cable Omnibus. Tuesday is the trade paperback. Marvel Trade's coming out. And the what is that, Melanie? The old reader, new reader. Sorry. Wednesday is the manga haul. Thursday is the live stream show at 1 p.m. looking at the August solicitations for Marvel Comics. Friday is the upcoming collected editions for the month of May. Oh, Marvel Now. I think I remember passing up on that even when it was $12.99. Just got to save some room. Can't own every omnibus. And Saturday, we're back with the live stream. And thank you all so much for being so patient with stuff.
Thank you. Thanks for hitting the like button. And Rebel by Design is saying that Shirley
Muppet Babies. I think Muppet Babies was 75, but in recent time, also I missed you, girl. I hope you've been doing all right. All right. Every time I mention Dazzler,
go. Come on.
Every time I mention Dazzler, I think of you.
There you go.
And let's just say, after the phone call, since you're here, after the phone call with David Gabriel, there might be a big chance of Dazzler Omnibus coming out. Just saying. And I thought about you. And I also think about Curtis because he hates Dazzler. And Peter, of course, who also loves Dazzler. Because the popularity is just there. And he was like, I'm just surprised that there's a popularity. Yeah, we might go. He said we might go Omnibus route instead of Epic route first for Dazzler. So I hope you're here for that. Yeah. Thanks. I forgot that one was coming out. I thought it was the one that's just going to pre-order. No, this is volume 3.
Oh, look at all those dazzles, Roche types. Excited? If it doesn't sparkle, don't print it. Dazzler.
Oh my gosh, you guys asking for the sparklies on an omnibus? Y'all want to pay $200?
Y'all just trying to.
I'm just excited to see you.
Right?
Can you go to Space Monkey?
Bye, Richard.
Be good, Richard. Have a good one, brother. Have Marvel said anything about the reprint of the gallery editions? It felt like Weapon X went out of print so fast. I didn't think I think what happened with that case, that not enough pre-orders came in because they don't print as many gallery editions as they do Omnis. So that's why. That's why those don't get reprinted. I'm going to push again for it, but I don't know. I don't know exactly, if it will or not. If they're going to go the route of gallery edition reprints or not. And if they do, it would have to be Weapon X. And what was the other one? Lovin', the one that I gave away my 2 copies of. And I'm like, oh, dang it. I've already given him, but I told the guy that I was going to send it. So I'm a man of my word. I ended up giving away my copy of it too. $20.99 foil covers. Oh man, I don't think so. Devil Dinosaur was $29.99, not $35. Thank you for that. Howard the Duck by Chipperoony was $60.
You read Jujutsu Kaisen?
My daughter has. I haven't yet. I'm waiting for a box set collection, and then I will read it.
Bird, thank you for the super chat.
Gut loss is real, especially when I've experienced firsthand. What was the book, brother, and how have you been, Bert? Hope you've been doing okay, buddy.
And cute penguin.
Yeah, let me know what book it was.
Yeah, I was like, multiple people excited about that. Hope that it does come to fruition.
What?
Dazzling.
Any possibility there might be a Tomb of Dracula Epic Collections? Oh, yes, absolutely. Once they're done with the complete collections, which Volume 6 got canceled, I have a feeling that one will be the first Epic Collection.
Marvel Bab bought the first Masterworks of Dazzler and stopped because I was
certainly making an omnibus
of Dazzler.
And you all know how I feel about Beauty and the Beast if you've been following my channel.
Huh?
I hate that story. That's Dazzler's miniseries with Beast. And that will be in the second omnibus if they make a Dazzler bus.
Man 4's got all 4 of the Masterworks.
Gonna indulge in Chainsaw Man. Oh yeah. Even though I'm disappointed the route this is going with box sets, they're still as expensive, but they're smaller. Like, think of those Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball box sets or the Bleach box sets, Claymore. They were awesome, and now they've gone back to shrinking. I get it. The cost of everything has gone up. So still get excited.
Gloria, thanks for joining. Just drop in to say hello. Also encourage others to hit that like button, please. Thank you.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you.
Hope you're doing well.
Did Bert answer what book it was that he was going with the? He said the spine is a gutter loss, right?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Eric, where'd you go? Eric Skywalker.
Hey guys,
I'm sure you've answered this question many times.
Okay.
But do you honestly think Marvel might print some of the Omnis that didn't make it in the top 20?
Yes, they have in the past. I'm trying to think. Iron Man was there. They wanted to test the waters again. All the Avengers books, because I reminded them that there was a 60th anniversary, and they were like, "Oh yeah, I guess we need to make a volume 5 for that and reprint all the others." Okay, so yes, I'm sure that there's stuff that did not make it in the top 20 that they will, usually due to Beauty and the Beast TV show.
I remember that.
With Ron Perlman and Linda Hamilton.
That was, oh, is that who they were? I was a kid.
Yeah.
I
think that's what you're talking about, right?
From the 90s?
So what the heck was the question? I just got stuck on Ron Perlman and Linda Hamilton.
Any chance of Omnis that weren't in the top 20?
Yes, absolutely. There always is.
Mm-hmm.
Did someone say Jujutsu Kaisen? Yes, they did.
Our daughter's reading. Picking up new Sandman Helm box set.
$500, Melanie. What do you think? Should we do it? Come on, this is the home of collected editions.
We have multiple versions of the story.
This is the home of collected editions. Is it the original colors? Though? That's the big question.
I'm good.
Maybe for a video, and then my wife will keep it in her room or in her bedroom upstairs.
Oh, it would look good.
Vincent and Catherine forever.
We do need some more decorations.
Omar, can you go to Rising Phoenix, my love, or Canary Prince? Both of those.
No.
Will the new TMNT Ultimate Collections be reprinted? They have reprinted those recently. I don't know if they're evergreen though. I don't know if they're always keep reprinting them, but there was a reprint of, I think, Volume 1, if I'm not mistaken. Omar, Blade Omnis are coming out. Would you recommend getting them or waiting for the Tomb of Dracula Omni? How much double dip will there be? A lot of double dip. But I don't know how long and if they'll do a Tomb of Dracula Omnibus reprints. So,
green color scheme.
The only thing I'm not excited about the Chainsaw Man box set is the green color scheme. Yeah, I was hoping they make an actual chainsaw, which is so ridiculous. Maybe I'm just used to video game stuff.
This is a good point. Why this isn't printed
they've done
1/2 in hardcover.
They've done 2-in-1s. I think a lot of it honestly has to do with they have to follow what they've done in Japan. Yeah.
Well, but still so iconic.
Technically, she said,
I was like, I'm not saying this correctly. That Weapon X Gallery Edition is one of the most beautiful Marvel collected editions ever.
And the colors they used on it was absolutely stunning. Yeah, I loved it. And, I hope one day when we get reprints of the Daredevil books, I hope they use the new Masterworks Masters. That would be awesome. Will there ever be a Heckman New Mutants collection? Somebody was asking about Vita Ayala's collection too. I haven't heard, and it's weird. But I have a feeling that they may wait for the series to wrap up and just give us a New Mutants omnibus with all the creators. Because, you had Ed Brisson, Vita Ayala, Jonathan Hickman. So, yeah, all of them together.
Which publisher makes the most beautiful hardcovers, in your opinion? And you guys in the chat answer as well.
Oh, I'm a big fan of a lot of the Fantagraphics stuff, a lot of the Dark Horse stuff. This is hard.
Fantagraphics and Dark Horse.
Humanoids make some beautiful books too. Yeah. As far as like the design and the build, both of those images ups and downs. Marvel has the standard, DC has the standard. There's a lot of DC absolutes that I enjoy. There's a lot of the designs that I enjoy from the omnibus for DC and Marvel. But if I have to be true, oh my gosh, I speak like I'm from Cloud Atlas. The true. I think, it would be Fantagraphics or Dark Horse Comics for sure. I love the different dimensions they use. I love each book getting an individual treatment or each series getting an individual treatment. Yeah, both of those. They make some beautiful books. And Dark Horse, they killed it, man. Berserk. Simple, plain. You bought it. You bought a book that nothing but black with no cover, no action shot. Wonderful. You and your sister-in-law should watch Scanners. Oh, Amanda.
Maybe. Yeah, Amanda's your cousin-in-law.
My cousin. She's my cousin. Yeah.
Thank you for the super chat. I remember Scanners. But, wait. I'm thinking
Michael
of
Ironside,
Sliders. I've never seen Scanners.
Completely different. That's a TV show. Scanners. Michael Ironside, the guys that was like...
Yeah.
They made a couple sequels.
Practical effects.
Was great practical
Also
effects.
need a Revolutionary Girl
Utna reprint. I saw it going for 40. What? I still have those. Yeah, that was Viz that did the box set of those. Right, that's one of my favorites. I love. Oh, Rebel, look at you with some good taste. Revolutionary Girl. Yeah, I like that. That book was good, and the anime was weird, but I enjoyed it. Love the animation.
I did. I love the animation, but I don't think the story was for me in the manga or the anime.
That's because you're my sword.
So that's why I don't like it? Because I'm the sword?
Yeah. Oh, you're totally the sword. I'm Utna. I'm Revolutionary Girl
I think it's
Omar.
because I didn't like the characters. Like there wasn't that much to them. Sorry, Rebel about design.
She's like, I was going to give this video a like.
I
really want to, but I've got so much catching up to do with work. So maybe I can, and this being my busy week of the month, maybe next week I will to go see Evil Dead.
There's 0 sequels to Scanners on
0? Really? I thought there were like 3 scanners for some reason. Did you answer the Alpha Flight Epic Collection question? I had to step away for a minute. No, but if you ask if there's one coming, I haven't seen one coming.
Okay, have you seen
the complete irredeemable Kickstarter? You think it's worth backing? Haven't had much experience with Kickstarter. I think it will eventually come out to retailers. I'm not a fan of the standard edition format they're using. I wish they had taken a little extra money and given the fans what a lot of us wanted, was to have those books in oversized format. But that's just my 2 cents. But I'll probably be getting them in whatever the retail edition, waiting for the retail edition of that. Hi, Omar. I just got the Omnibus Volume 1 and 2 of Ultimate Spider-Man. I was a huge fan of the Clone Saga as a kid. Is the Ultimate Universe version really that much better? It introduces us to one character that I really liked of the clone of Peter Parker. And I like his reaction to the character because he was totally crushing on this character. And I could see myself doing that. I thought that was really funny. What's it like being in Omnidog's presence?
Oh,
it's overwhelming. I couldn't I don't know how Patty does, his wife does it, like living with him. It's so much to take in, and yeah, he's a good guy.
Oh, he's a really good guy. No official news on the Transformer rights.
Oh, look at you, you're taking answers. Look, you know that. No official, nothing official yet. Just a bunch of rumors flying around everywhere. Revolutionary Girl Omar.
Logan is asking, have you heard about
the
new Magneto Limited series by DeMatteis and Todd
Knock?
I
like both
during
creators.
his time as headmaster of the New Mutants.
I like both creators.
Commence the fan art. I had so much fun. We used to do that, looking up random fan arts and seeing if they existed and just going through.
Omar, you answered that
fan art.
What you stole from Jess this trip. I stole his heart once again.
Aww.
Mags as headmaster was ... Interesting. It was an interesting time for X-Men, honestly. I love that era. What happened to the last 2 Starblaze? Oh, I know. 2199 Tonka Bomb from Dark Horse. I'd like to complete that run. I don't know. I don't know if they didn't film that well. I don't know. Or sold that well. I don't know if the rights were dropped. Don't really know.
Okay, so Josh are saying that Wayne's World is a sequel.
Wayne's World? What? Don't give Boom any money until they give us formats and preprints we want. But they're giving us... I couldn't help. I said that about Irredeemable, but I couldn't help Giant Days. They gave me the option to finish my Giant Days in hardcover. Oh, that was one I didn't mind. But see, that one, like, I don't mind backing books like Giant Days because how many people have heard of Giant Days by now? Most people have heard of Mark Waid's Irredeemable. Most people, that ain't collected editions, of course. Most people have heard of Power Ranger comics. But Giant Days is one that's like, no. So I'm okay with that. That is weird as hell and full of unlikable characters. I'm not even totally sure I can say I enjoyed it,
but it was fascinating. Really...
I liked it. And the animation is good.
There's a lot, Kane. There's a lot. Dane DeVito, some high schooler asked him to go prom, and he sent like a cardboard cutout of himself, was she posing with a cardboard cutout?
She posed with a cardboard cutout of him, and then he posed with a cardboard cutout of her. I think is.
That's it, man. I messed up.
No, but I meant like he is a good human being because I don't know if you all saw Matilda, the movie, like he produced and he was in it, but that little girl that was in Matilda, her mom was. Oh my gosh, I think she was dying of cancer and he paid for all that treatment. Like, he's a good human being. Despite some of the weird, nasty characters he's played on screen, he's a wonderful human being. Fantagraphics cover designs are without a doubt the best. Yes, I'm serious. Like, I got to give it to Fantagraphics.
God Hates Astronauts.
That was Image.
I think that one's good.
The hardcover? But it was Image, but it was a Kickstarter first. And then
It makes me want to read it, and then I flip and I'm like, I don't want to read it.
Mark, can you do a video showcasing your art? I don't really have any. I think most of the artwork now is owned by my wife.
Owned by my wife. I've got
Tom Rainey. You have Tom Rainey's
No, I read this as your artwork, what you drew.
Oh,
I don't know. Is that what
you want? I don't know if I have any. Maybe I still do. Hey Omar, thanks for your spine fixing video. That was nice to see. Thank you, man. It was.
Twins. I still haven't seen that.
Yeah.
Oh, it is a 5-minute warning. So
what already? Okay, all right. We'll stay 7 minutes longer. Or
you cycle, you get it.
Feel exactly same about.
Like I love the title, love the front, and then I'm like, I don't know.
It's busy, but I liked it.
But then again, books that I felt that way before, I actually sat down and read it, and I'm like, oh, I like it.
What do I think about Captain
Maybe
America?
One day.
Captain America has had a lot of great stories and a lot of bad ones. I like his recent run. It's digging. Oh, by Ta-Nehisi Coates. I liked the first part. I did not like the second part. Like, I really liked the first, I would say 12 issues. Solid storytelling. Plot was good. Good characterization. I like what he did the second arc reintroduced characters back to the mythos of Cap that I'm like, okay, well, you got to use these characters, and I'm glad that they were reintroduced. But the third arc, I don't get it. It's like he had nothing. Like, he had nothing really left in him to write a Captain America story. So at least Frank
was a clean character. That one episode where he shaved his head and he's got all the hand sanitizer on himself. So Rahul's asking
toe.
Stuff you've drawn.
So thank you. Thank you.
My
Bloss is saying Superman turned 85. Favorite and least favorite spines in an omnibus series. Least favorite spines. Favorite spines and least favorite. Oh, this is hard. Is Railroad by Design still here? I was going to say the Chris Claremont and Jim Lee X-Men Volume 1 with Dazzler on the spine. How dare they put Dazzler instead of Wolverine? Okay, let's be serious. Least favorite spines and favorite spines. Oh, this is hard. Least favorite spines got to be something like Nightfall or Flash by Jeff Johns. And how are you going to put Flash not running in any of those spines?
Oh yeah, I remember.
He's just standing there.
He's not
it's the freaking Flash. For Marvel, least favorite spines. Yeah, maybe some of the new spine designs, but they've grown on me, honestly. Even though I haven't replaced any of my X-Men. What the heck has a bad spine?
Scoliosis.
Oh wait, I do remember like the Fantastic Four by Miller design. I don't like it. It's big. Wasn't a fan of that one.
New Spooky Channel said the sequels to scams were direct to video and they weren't good.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That there were 3. Okay, sorry.
He's running so fast. It looks like he's standing.
No, that man is standing. That man is standing there. Big. Was it Big Stu that said that? That man was standing there. Yeah. So I guess those are some of my least favorites. I don't like busy spines, like Heroes Reborn. That was one. Like, because it's a splash page. Or Infinity War. That spine is awful because it's like it's a spread page. So the spine is like, I don't know, Adam Warlock's butt or something.
Not Nightwing's butt.
But best spines, my gosh. Dude, best spines. I gotta go with Fall of the Mutants. That's one of my favorites. Love that spine. Wolvie and my dude there, Sabretooth.
This determines what kind of human you are.
Is this what we're doing?
A Rebel design. You can't handle
Green Lantern,
fabulousness.
Superman, any of the Tomasi Omnis, Superman and Batman Robin. Those are great designs. I love that there hasn't been a single Bad Evil Dead entry. So excited for the new one. Yeah, me too. And I'm excited that he wants to kind of bring it all together. Omar, favorite Superman supporting characters other than Supes himself? Oh, man, I got to go with Lois. Lois is a phenomenal character. Lois and Jimmy Olsen. Yeah, I gotta give it to those characters. Big. And does Lex count? He's more of a supporting character, right?
Sure.
Least favorite slides are ones with a tiny font. But at least they're consistent, right? Like now, not when the change was made. All hell broke loose when the change was made. At least they're consistent now. I don't like when they try new things or it's too busy. But then again, the older I get, the harder smaller font is to read. Hey, Omar, thank you so much, brother. Know anyone selling their Golden Age DC Omnis of Supes, Bats, and Wonder Woman? Well, they're reprinting Bats Volume 1, so hopefully they'll go through the whole thing. But no, I do not. Maybe somebody here in the chat?
So we are at 1 o'clock. How many more questions? How many more?
Let's do 5 more questions. Is Fantastic Four by Miller and Hitch Omnibus a good read? No. Or at least I didn't enjoy it. I'm glad 1985 is collected in there. But I wasn't a fan of that run. And he didn't even finish it. Like somebody stepped in and finished his script to the second to the last issue and wrote the last issue to wrap up the story. Isn't Jess already sold his Golden Age stuff? Yes, he did. Just wait for the glitter foil in iridescent rainbow dazzler. Be good, brother. See you next weekend, next Saturday. Consistency is key. Hate whenever something stands out too bad in a collection. Yes. Why is Melanie not player 1?
Because I'm not. I don't got the knowledge. I'm player 1 when it comes to raising children.
That's true.
Just kidding.
That's true. Check your local Ollie's for Golden Age and Silver Age Superman. Well, it depends, right? Where he lives. And Wonder Woman Omnis, many for 20 to 35 a few months back. There you go.
I'm player 1 in writing.
Wow, we're still thinking about that. Yes, you're player 1 in writing. That is true.
Dude, it's been like 10 seconds and I said one thing. It's
not like my brain is already on the next set of questions. The IDW Transformers Phase 2 spines annoy me because of the number coloring changing halfway through. Oh, yes. They started something, right? They go 1, 2, 3, 4 different colors, then 5 through 12 are the same color. Yeah. I can see that.
Oh, excuse me. Was that 5 questions?
No, we're far from the pond. Come on now, Melanie.
Omar's player 1 in comics.
There we go. Thank you. Melanie, how does it feel sitting next to a man that voted Road to Onslaught as his number 1 most wanted? No. Out of that list that you all chose, okay? I didn't say it was mine.
So what did you vote for?
Because it was the top 60 most wanted. I do mine later in the year. And I haven't chosen yet. It could be.
But you voted in the poll, didn't you?
No.
Why not?
Because it's not about me. It's about everybody.
But you could have some votes.
I don't want any vote. I don't want any to do that. That ain't me. No, I do my own every year, and that was your all's chance to shine. The only thing I partake in is the reprint poll.
I don't want to be a pessimist, but it'd be a drop in the bucket.
A drop in the bucket?
I know that's encouraging people.
What does that even mean?
I mean, it's not like it would influence it that much.
If we leave comments and don't ask questions, they can't end the stream. This is true.
There you go.
This is true.
Oh, it's a catch-22.
The thumbnails to these live streams look like my desk all the time. I have 1 absolute, 10 omni, 6 normal art covers, 3 deluxes, 11 trade paperbacks, and I have enough invested into a shelf yet. And I'm not invested into a shelf. You haven't invested in a shelf? Oh, dude, that's awesome. Just remember, the Marvel Essentials collections went through 3 different trade dresses. Well, even the Marvel Masterworks did. A flipped spine text early on. Marvel Epic collections have so far remained consistent. And that's a good design. Even the modern ones look like the classic stuff. You're a pebble on the road to Onslaught. Thank you for that reminder. Your 5 favorite Superman runs, are they Byrne, Johns, Loeb, Jurgens, or Rebirth? Ooh. I think so. I think those are some good ones. Yeah, Man of Steel by Byrne. That's a classic one. Jeff Johns' run is amazing. Busiek, is that enough to consider a run? Be considered. Roger Stern, Louis Simonson. So maybe you're not too far. And then Peter Tomasi's run was phenomenal. Yeah, those are good.
I think that was a good question to end on.
Is it really? Okay. My wife says time to go, everybody. Have a wonderful weekend. Don't forget to check out cheapgraphicnovels.com here in America if you're interested in any of these big books. They have books up to 50% off, and right now they're having a huge sale on Image Comics. Tell them Near Mint Condition sent you their way for free shipping on your next order after your first order. That makes sense. That's it, everyone. Smash that like button on the way out. Thank you all for making all this possible.
And Chicano Heat, I'm so glad that that you enjoyed it. And yeah, definitely
Yeah, Melanie put
highly recommend Mr. Miracle by Tom King.
Melanie put a
Mitch
Patreon
Gerads.
only.
Yeah, it's only on Patreon because of like 5 different reasons.
It's a review of Mr. Miracle.
It's not that smooth of a video. So,
you did a really good job, though. And you, yeah.
Well, thank you. Yeah. So you guys can check that out.
Thank you, everyone. Stay healthy and safe out there. Much love. Have a great rest of the week. Thank you, Radu, and it's good to see you.